get some ambiance. Now we're back, creeping our way back to Redvant, or into Redvant. So it's time for some D&D. I was catching up, having a look what might have been going on in Redvant, going down in the town since you've been away, as you finally made it back. A little stop off at the Riverside trading post to find some strange goings on, some gibbering mouthers, some people that have been potentially taken over, and a quiet area. Not many people travelling, as Galen had warned you on your travel from Allhearth, but after calling out to Viper and one of the Red Hoods coming to collect you, you left the Riverside trading post and they took you through the northern part, or was going to take you through the northern entrance to Redvant via the secret tunnel, so you would not have to pass by the guards, the elven force that had made themselves, the Sylvan Dark border force, that are now sky patrolling Redvant and pitched up at all entrances, as you were made aware. So you had parted ways with Bo and the rest, and his druid party and his equipment, as he was going to try and head for the old bridge. Head down towards where he had stationed before, where the Sylvan Dark border control were stationed. He was going to head that way. You guys were going to take the secret entrances in with Crag of the Red Hoods, making it back to the Red Hood HQ. God, that was difficult to say. And that is where we will pick up. As you heard, last things we saw were these griffins or hippogriffs. You couldn't quite get a good view, but a definitely large winged beasts that were patrolling the skies with these heavily armoured elves, and you ditched off before you'd seen them. So with help from Crag, you don't need to worry about getting through the tunnels. You can mark your way in. He shows you the secret entrance that was to the northwest of the city, takes you through all the way to the Red Hood HQ, underneath the Thistle and Shamrock, as you are kind of dropped off in the main chamber. A reminder, the Red Hood Thieves Guild kind of headquarters is this series of underground tunnels that run across the city that you've been in. You know that there's a few that run out to the mainland. Some of you, I think, Otto, you have a fairly good knowledge of the ones inside the city. But within the HQ itself, you have this large main chamber where there are market stalls. You've got the Silk and Dagger Emporium, the Rogue's Arsenal, where Grakar, Saga's mate from before.
Hey, my boy Cracker.
You've got the Alchemist's Apothecary shop that's in there as well as the Shadowrunners, the kind of like postal, the like messenger service of the guys, of the Red Hoods themselves. But you are just left by Craig, thrown into the Red Hoods. You left on your own, waiting for, I suppose, someone either to come and see you or you to hang around. But if you would like, there's stuff you can do within the headquarters itself. You are safely inside the base. As Craig kind of gives you a nod, his job was just to get you here. He's got you here, so he's left you in the kind of that pub area that's near the front end, to your own accord for a little bit. So for you guys, what would you like to do now you are safe in the bosom of the Red Hoods?
I'm going to go see my friend Cracker.
Mm-hmm.
I want to find Viper.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure she'll come to us eventually. I think we got some time first. Is there anything else you want to do?
I give her a hug. I'm not here for business. I'm here for friendship.
Pleasure.
I'm here for friendship.
I was going to say that. I thought it sounded a bit creepy. So
That's what I said.
Friendship sounded creepy, but in a different way. It was weird. I'm just here for friendship.
I think it was the hesitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the hesitation that made it sound weirder.
Do you still have any of the stuff Al the Chemist wanted?
Oh yes, I do. I have the fire fees and some other bits and pieces.
Maybe go see that creepy bastard.
Don't you have things you want to speak to him about?
I've got nothing.
Right.
It's all.
Okay,
If I had anything, I probably sold it somewhere.
Really? That doesn't sound like you, Saga. Yeah, I think I'll do that then.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So you can see there's a bit of a, but the general, give me insight checks.
Oh, hang on, let me get my new dice.
Oh, da 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 da.
That's a 7.
Oof.
9.
I'm missing some dice. The cats seem to have moved them.
You mainly, as long as you've got a
Move
D20,
them.
you should be good.
The
that
cats
would
have
be
hidden
a
the dice again.
14.
14.
Ooh, insight, you say? I'm very insightful. That's a 23.
Oh, you fucking, it was actually a 23.
It was a
Jesus.
16 plus 7. I have plus 7 on insight.
Imagine
You
used
found
some of
something
your
Arthur's
skills.
good at.
I know. Imagine he
I'm good
had
at medicine
used-
as well. I get a plus 7 on
Oh,
medicine.
true.
The two skills you've never used. Ever.
I've used medicine. I got a crit fail. And I haven't used it since for that reason.
God. Okay. So most of you don't pick up much as you're just getting a feel for being back in this place, kind of getting back accustomed. Somewhere you've been before but not been for a few weeks, and just having a look around for familiar faces. Saga, you'd pick up on this a little bit, but you're going to head off as you're heading off to speak to Graka. As Arta is probably looking around for a bit of attention. He's got his billowing cape. He's got his new cape over the top that looks good. You would just pick up that as you are looking around that there's a lot of kind of like dejected faces. There's a general low energy and low emotion going on within the Red Hood HQ. You were here before, and there was almost like for you guys being fresh in here when you were first in as a thieves guild. It was a bit like, who are these guys? Why are they staring at us? Like, we want to keep ourselves to ourselves. Now you feel like you know it a little bit. You'd be a bit more confident to chat to some of these guys. They don't seem to want to chat. Everyone seems is a little bit more down in the dumps. There's a general low feeling emotion among the people that are moving about. You can just see from the way that they're drinking and sat in the bar or moping about, there isn't the same energy that was here when you were here last.
I'll mention it offhand to the rest of the group, but I won't do anything off the back of it.
Yeah. Yep. No. Yeah, it's just a general vibe. It's a vibe check. So you can sit down and get yourself some drinks. You know how it works. There's usually just one of the red hoods on tap. You throw into the amnesty jar for your drinks if you'd like to get settled in there. As Zaga, you head off to find your buddy Graka. Why can't I not find my bloody paperwork? There he is. The Rogue's Arsenal, the half-orc Graka. As you kind of approach the store, as you can see, as you get close, you can see he is like pitched up, leaning. He's a fairly big half-orc anyway, like arms over, leant on his own hand, looks bored as hell as he kind of sees you coming, and almost feels a bit of your energy as he comes towards and kind of clocks eyes with you, and he's like, "Oh, Zaga, my friend, good to see you."
Hey, Cracker, how's it going? Why does everybody look down in the dumps?
Oh, well, it's not, we have ups and downs here in the Red Hoods, but it's more downs than ups recently. Business is slow.
Oh, that's not good. Hey, those thieves tools you sold me, they've been doing a good job.
Oh, that is exactly what I want to hear. You want an upgrade? You want something else? Times are tough here for Cracker as well. You want to buy anything?
What kind of upgrade are you talking about?
Honestly, I don't know. I could engrave them or like coat them in something. If you got you want something?
I don't know. That's a lot of options.
Can we hear this conversation?
Depends if you were going to mill around looking for thing. If not, I would assume you'd have.
Okay, I'm going to say Art's hearing this conversation because I have something fun to say. Hearing this conversation, I kind of chime up and go, "Ooh, Zaga, you could get your name engraved, and then if you lose them, you'll be able to get them back."
That's not a bad idea.
Well, it's not a bad idea, to be fair. But engraving, I can do that. That's pretty easy. That's pretty cheap. But we could plate them in gold. Maybe you want some gold?
How much is that going to cost me? I like shiny things.
Well, a little bit more. We can do a deal. We can put something together. Maybe make these a little bit fancy. I mean, they will work exactly the same way they work now, but just with a little bit more, zazz.
A bit more pizzazz.
Exactly.
Well, I am a performer.
Well, exactly. This is what we want. Well, we can do some stuff. Good to see. Anyway, why are you back? Why are you back in Redvant? It is not somewhere that people are coming to, more leaving from recently.
Oh, same old crap. Hey, while we're here, have you heard anything about a bunch of kobolds in the city that have been performing and shit?
Cool. And how much would he get on drink? He's a pretty big drinker. He goes, Yeah, I mean, you have come back to see the Scout Symphony?
Stupid fucking name, pretentious assholes.
My friend, they are quite the hit scene. We're in a sea of shit that is running through Redvant right now. The Scout Symphony are bringing joy to the people.
I mean, and to think they're the second best group of performers in this city right now.
Is a new group coming in?
Yeah, I'm better than any group.
Oh, I mean, on your own, you're not a group, though.
I'm good enough to be a group.
I start performing. Start doing performative dance.
And look, there's my backing dancer.
Oh, it sounds like there's a little bit of jealousy in there.
Where do I find those assholes?
Well, they always are. They're pitched up in the Druid's Grove.
They're in the Druid's Grove, eh?
Yeah, they have I think they have like they stay and perform there each night. The Druid's Grove have been absolutely clearing up.
I remember that place. I had a good night's drinking there a long time ago.
Yeah, and those drinks have gone expensive.
For real?
Yes, well, I mean, we are importing absolutely nothing. There are pirate blockades not letting stuff come into the city. For some instances, the brewers, they are on go slow because of the elves coming in and stopping all the production from the brew houses. So alcohol is getting a bit tight. So make sure you tip well if you're drinking in the bar, yes?
Oh, you say there are pirates blockading the city?
Yeah, apparently there's some pirates that have been in the seas. They have been floating down from the north, stopping things getting in. I think they were working on some. One of the guys here was working on it to try and destabilize, but apparently that all went to shit. Not long after you guys left, I think, or near the time you left, there was a big altercation at the port. Whole bunch of pirates got were fighting, got killed. Loads of people saw it. It was a clusterfuck.
Oh, I think I heard something about that as we were leaving.
Yeah, so but that's just carried on. So, like I say, in a sea of shit that is in Redvant, it's good to see your face and someone's here. And the Scout Symphony, my friend, they are. I would recommend you go and see them. Maybe, see how they are. Maybe you might enjoy the performance.
Zaga looks irritated, but he turns conversation back to business. So how much to make my thieves' tools shiny?
Well, we can do an engravement, maybe put a couple of gems here and there, bit of gold plating for... I mean, if you want it to be solid, maybe not gold plating is not the best. Let me think about it. Somewhere between 5 and 10 gold. If you want gold, it might scratch, so we might have to do it not on the ends, but on the, like on the not the business end of the picks, on the other end, maybe gold plate with the Zaga written in there, maybe like a little gem in the A or in the G's. So yeah, if it depends, you give me some gold, somewhere between 5 and 10, and I will pizzazz to what I have to my ability.
Zaga will hand over 10 gold.
He's like, it is good to have you back, my friend. These are gonna be something special. As he takes my feet, spins around his finger.
No problem. Is Viper busy?
Hey, Viper is very busy at the moment. I assume if you're here that someone would have passed message. But yes, those border control dickheads have come back and are trying to enforce. They're slowing down the Red Hoods. So she's had her hands full.
Yeah, bastards.
Yeah,
bloody elves.
Yeah, they've.
I tell you, I have had no end of problems with elves and their friends.
You know what? Sometimes the elves, they're not so bad. There's some elves that work for the Red Hoods. They're not so bad. But these border controls, these Sylvan Dark, they are self-righteous assholes. Essentially, they come in here trying to tell everybody what to do. Redvant's a free town. Okay, we rule ourselves. They are bringing in some strange practices, even for elves. I'll tell you that.
Fucking wankers. Hey, I'll be back tomorrow to pick up those tools.
Yes,
we're gonna go and hopefully meet with Viper soon.
Oh, well, have fun. Come and see me. I have literally nothing else to work on, so I will get straight to it.
We might be drinking later, or I might be in the Druid's Grove.
Like you say, I probably won't go. I mean, you've given me some gold now, so maybe I can afford to go to the Druid's Grove. But yeah, just watch those prices of the drinks. They've gone up. But the Scout Symphony, my man, they are very good. Very good.
Every time someone says how good they are, Zaga's just going to look more and more irritated.
Noted.
And yeah, he'll head off back to the bar area.
As we're walking back to the bar area, I turn to Saga and say, "So, this symphony lot, they sound quite good.
They're shit!
I mean, are they?
I
or
wish
are
they
you
were
just-
good. They were the least talented in the hatchling group.
That's. Are they a group because they're so talented? So
They're a
talentless that
group
need
because
to-
they need each other's help.
Right, and does that their talents all combine so that they sound better than?
They're not good enough to go solo.
Right. Okay.
It's so much fun. Above table for me to look back at stuff that I've written and be like, oh yeah, I didn't get to do half the shit that I wanted to do with these guys the first time around. Oh yeah, shit, I remember I did that. I was drinking a lot when I rolled that. Nice. So you guys make your way. Join the rest of you. The rest of you, like I say, you can go and grab drinks from the bar. Order some butts if you would like some booze, which I'm sure you will, as you sit. But yeah, as Artem makes off comments to you, you kind of notice there's a general lack of energy about the place as you sit and wait to be greeted.
Just it's still quite early in the day, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you left early morning. Yes, I'm drinking it this early. I mean, it's fine. I'll drink this early in the morning. But this would be like early Wetherspoons drinking. So you wouldn't expect there to be a lot of people in the bar because you left kind of crack of dawn. And it's... no, it'd probably be about lunchtime. It'd probably be getting towards lunch. It's the half-day travel, at least, to get from Redvant to the thing. So yeah, it would be into the day, definitely.
Has Faywin gone to see Al the chemist?
Faywin was going to ask one of the Red Hoods, is it safe for her to go there? Because she's heard about the patrols and stuff. Like, is it safe?
Al the chemist is inside the thing.
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, I'll go straight to him then.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That
I
was
thought he was
very
in the streets.
aggressive.
Is
Jesus.
it safe for me to go across the road?
You know,
then?
I know Al's a bit of a spooky character.
Good evening. Yeah, so inside the Redfern HQ is that they have their own kind of
Got it.
set of shops. So you can see now. Yeah, as you make your way towards the tent. The tent is particularly stinky as you get through like the first few layers of this. It's again like there's that deep, dark, like almost black, but they're probably more like deep red kind of velvet tents. Not too dissimilar from like how Jenny had her tent set up. You have to pass through a few layers, and when you get inside, you're hit with like the smell. But you're hit with the smell of like acid burning, like something's been burning, something's been brewing. He's been obviously making something in here. Although as you arrive in, you can see no signs of it being made, as you are used to or remember what it's like to come into Al the Chemist. As you look at first glance to see an empty shop before realizing.
Sorry, can I just?
Yep.
I did in fact have 5 fire peas
I thought
on
you
me.
did have
Can I
5
just
peas.
say I handed them to Faywin?
Yep. Yeah. As you see, the figure in exactly the same, almost the same color cloth that his tent is made of, move, and you notice that Al is stood as you walk into the shop.
Faywin very slyly covers her nose with her cloak.
Insight
Hello?
check. How slyly was it?
It wasn't that sly.
Yeah.
I'm putting a cloak over
That's
my
where
nose.
the alchemist cares. As he just like steps forward to the front of the desk, but doesn't say anything.
Hello, how are you?
Is there business we should do today?
Do you remember me?
There is business to be done or not to be done. Can I help you?
To be done. To be
Okay.
done. Do you remember me? You gave me a shopping list. I've just come back with some of your items that you requested.
You are one of the messengers. Good. What items do you have?
Oh, there's more. There's more people you send out. I thought it was like a special list. No? Okay. So I've got some fire peas. Faywin rummages through her bag, trying to find out what else she picked up whilst out. Oh, and I've got one of these. I don't know if you sell anything like this. And I pull out the arrow of fairy fire.
Ooh. He, you see as you pull it out, you see him kind of like put his hands out. His hands being that of like fully cloaked. They're just like the robe lifts up as he asks her, just like, may I see? Place it in his hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So he just like
Please be careful. I only have one.
he just like raises it to his face and kind of looks. Interesting design. This is something we can build. Yes, I do not have any of this currently. As he lowers his hands and gives it back to you.
Okay. When you say it's an interesting design, what do you mean? Do you normally make these, or is it sort of like a special one?
We normally make arrows to hold vials of poison or alchemical fire. This is more arcane in nature.
Is it something that you can do, Al, or not?
Everything can be achieved for a price.
I thought you'd say that. And for the fire people,
Yep.
are they good enough quality?
Do you put the fire piece that you've just pulled out the bottom of your bag?
Yeah, they've all kind of been rummaging around like M&Ms at the bottom of the hand.
Yeah, you're lucky you can't really like pick his face out or his expressions.
Also, can you tell that this is coming from reference M&Ms at the bottom of the hand? I have a reference point.
Oh, okay. I don't think Al the chemist cares about that. Let me just find the fire. I can't remember what the fire piece made. Yes.
I think it's arrows of fire.
They went,
And the dragon breath
I went to
potion.
the dragon breath potion as well. Nice. So how many fire pieces did you have?
10 with Zaga's.
10. Give me 1 second just to double check that I haven't.
So Fawen's still rummaging around her bag.
I think it makes sense. Because I think it was 3, but I'll work it out. It's not going to be too dissimilar for what it is. He he takes them out, individually looks at them, kind of flicks off bits of fluff and leaf and stuff that's left in there to line up, almost like OCD style, line up the peas so perfectly, like the 10 in a line with the almost perfect gap between each of them as he lines them up, looks at them, and then just like sweeps his hand over as they kind of like disappear, almost look to disappear, like a magician's trick, as he just rolls them off into his sleeve, turns, and as he turns back, he puts a small set of coins on the table. Does it like a croupier. So he kind of goes off with one hand on the right, comes back, and just chink, 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 and drops down 3 small piles of gold pieces. There is 75 gold there.
Thank you. And then I pull out 5 acid vials. You said before, Al, that you could make acid arrows. And I've got some acid here. And I was wondering if this is the sort of acid that you could use to make something like that for me.
Yes. He takes them out. He's like, this is something I can work on. How many arrows? How many vials did you have?
5.
5. So he takes them. He's like, 5 acid arrows. And you're bringing the thingy, aren't you? So they will be...
Is it 1 vial per arrow? Because I think if you coat them, it was 3, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes, but the acid arrow does more than just the coating, I think.
Okay, cool.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it does more than just coating, otherwise there wouldn't be any point, would there? Coating does what? 1d4 damage?
I think so. Oh yeah, 1d4 poison.
Yeah, and an acid arrow will do 4d4 acid immediately, and then 2d4 acid at the end of its next turn.
Okay,
So
cool.
64 in total. So you're putting it into 1 arrow, but you're making a supercharged arrow.
Cool.
On the mist, arrow splashes target with half as much damage for. Even on a mist, arrow splashes target with acid for half as much of the initial damage on the first hit, none for the second. So even if you miss, you do damage as well.
Cool.
With you bringing in the, you've brought in peas as well, haven't you?
Yeah. Peas and 5 acid.
Okay.
Vials.
He is going to... Acid arrow. Sorry, I actually need to do actual maths. What the hell, man? Kins, what are you making me do maths for on my
Oh,
D&D?
you love maths. You're welcome.
And you've got how many? 5?
Yep.
So it would have been that, but he's going to give you, because you haven't helped. So he was like 5 acid arrows. You have provided the ingredients for the acid, so I will remove that from the cost, and you have brought me fire peas, so are a trusted supplier. That will be 100 gold.
For 5 arrows.
Yep.
100 gold. Okay.
It's only net minus 25. That's not bad.
One more rummage of the bag, and I plonk on a poison vial.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you can do with this, Al?
This too could go into an arrow.
I already have 1 acid arrow, by the way.
You have 1 acid arrow. Yeah.
Already, yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case you see I've added 6.
Oh, okay. That's a likely story.
Because the one that I've got...
I actually already had 15, so
Yeah.
if it looks like I have 20 now.
No, it's from when I got the fairy fire one.
Yeah.
I got fairy fire and acid. Although the acid arrow that I have only says does 1d6 acid damage.
On the acid arrow you have. We'll have a look, because
Yeah.
there's one on the...
Okay.
It's just...
I'm
picking the right
likely
one, I
to
think.
forget they're even there, so we can do it.
Okay, well, that's great. But yeah, the poison can go. You can have a similar thing with an arrow of poison as you can with an arrow of acid.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good, Al. Let's do that.
That's would be an extra 25 gold.
That's fine. So, 125?
Yes.
Have you got any other shopping lists that you need doing? I'm out and about quite a lot at the moment. Maybe
Worst
something
Uber
to do.
Eats ever.
Maybe something to do with the fairy fire arrow or any other exciting things that you've been working on. I can sense quite a potent something or other that you've been working on. To twitch my nose.
Business has been quiet of late, but if you are to capture any of the mucus, any of the poison that is protruding from some of the beasts that have been reported, I will buy this from you.
So you want poison from the beasts?
Anything from these mutations that can be harvested.
Do you have any spare vials? If I grab some of those from you, I can...
Spare
see what I can
vials?
farm. Yeah.
Then we have vials for purchase, yes.
How much is a vial?
500 gold. No. He'll do like a bag of vials for like 5 silver. They're smaller vials for collecting liquids, not for collecting like larger things.
I can't wait for Faywin to get sneezed on and collect mucus.
Listen here, snot boy. I'll get it from you. Despite Faywin about to pay 125 gold, she feels a little bit uncomfortable paying for empty vials, so decides not to go for that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 125 as a counter out. And pop it on the desk. Have you got any other items around at the moment? Anything new? I know you say business is slow, but what is it that you're making back there that's made quite a stench?
I am always making stuff for customers and the Red Hoods that is required, and if you are unaware of what this is, then maybe you should be unaware of it.
Can I do an arcane check to see if I've ever smelt anything quite as
Yeah.
disgusting?
Can do an arcana smell.
17.
Give me a sleight of hand as well.
Oh, do I not want him to see?
Well, unless you want him to
Sniffing.
see.
I've got a nat 20.
On your
sleight of hand.
You just flare your nostrils slightly and take the biggest sniff in you've ever had. You.
Why did I waste a nat 20 on a slight
Yeah, you
average
did,
sniff
mate.
test?
You did. You can smell. When would have you seen this before? I think you guys have used these before, so we'll say that you definitely recognize the smell of blasting powder. That he's been maybe brewing some blasting powders and explosives. Definitely, you can smell that from the like kind of gunpowder residue that's there. And there is something else that you wouldn't pick up. Something else that's tinged within the gunpowder that you haven't smelled before, but you definitely know that he's been brewing blasting powder at least.
Okay. Actually, thinking about the poison arrow that you've given me already, or are going to give me, have you got any things that I could throw and they kind of explode a bit? Like, have you ever seen a grenade? I don't know if it's grenades as well. But kind of like if I were to throw it and it were to explode, it would kind of like have a big cloud of something dangerous.
I do not have any blasting powders available currently.
Oh, okay.
Your fire bees will come in useful though if there is alchemist fire that you require, or some bottled fire breath.
How much would it be for 2 arrows of fire?
Arrows, you and arrows of fire on top. So you'd have to make those up as well. That'll take a little bit longer to be ready. But if you, there will be 50. They'd be standard price 50 gold because you're not bringing. You've already been paid for the ingredients.
Yeah.
So you'll be paying for the
I
full
don't
arrow
really
to be
want
put
them
together.
going into the forest, so they'll bloody be on fire. Okay, and he's an alchemist. He doesn't have scrolls or anything like that.
No, he is. Yeah, a few of them here are mixes between alchemy, herbals, and poisons.
Okay. Well, Al, it's been an absolute pleasure to see you again. I hope the business picks up for you. Yeah, it's been great to chat. And when shall I come back to collect everything?
You may come back tomorrow.
Oh, all right, no worries.
And
Do you-
he slides the
do you want me
gold
to bring
into
you
his
some
thing as well,
breakfast?
and spins.
Fabian's a little hurt from the rejection, but continues on her way back to the group.
Okay. I mean, it's a good person to practice your communication skills with because they don't care too much about communicating. So yeah, you can add them. You can add them now. Just remember not to use them until you're going to pick them up tomorrow. But yeah, any of those you bring, the cost gets knocked down if you want to turn them into the fires. But essentially, it's about 50 gold to standard to turn an arrow into something more powerful.
Cool.
Perfect. Rest of you are sat in the bar as you're waiting. You're watching a
How long are
few.
we sitting around here for?
I was with Al the chemist for about 19 hours. A dread conversation out of it.
I'm not drinking, but I hope there's some like leftover stale pastries that I can nibble on. I throw in some money in the thing.
Yeah, there'll be some bits in there. Yeah, like I said, there's not the best smorgasbord of food here as there was before.
Zagger is saying to the group, do they want to come to the Druid's Grove later to see a subpar musical performance?
Sounds good to me.
Sure, why not?
If you remember, it's the place me and Karen got blind drunk on the really fancy cocktails.
Oh, you mean the way up there you got beaten up in the alley afterwards?
Well, I don't remember that.
Fighting, I'm definitely in. Think there's a fight club here?
Never.
Maybe you
again.
could start one.
Good idea. Where's my manager? Not here, apparently.
Nibbling on pastries.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were looking. Like look up from nibbling my pastries. I'm like, oh, I thought you were asking to speak to the manager with your haircut. How can I help today? And I start unclasping my armor so my suit is visible.
There's an opportunity for a business venture of starting our own fight club.
I mean, I don't know if we can. Is there already a fight club? Did you say?
It didn't seem like it.
I don't think we've got the time to start one and manage one. Anyway, we're a wandering team. We wander.
No.
And I tap my holy symbol.
I mean,
We can make it a mobile fight club.
While starting the club might not be the best idea, having a little bit of a competition down here might brighten people's days up. They all seem a bit down in the dumps. Maybe that sort of thing might actually help liven people up down here a bit.
That's a bad idea.
Faerwin,
We got any takers?
you feel like a ping. You feel like the sending stone, the opposite sending stone to the one that you gave to Bo. You feel it essentially the magical energy hit it as it's almost like a small electrical charge goes through it as you get a message come through from Bo.
God, I'm so excited.
He says, things not as going as well as we thought we should. May need help.
He didn't tell us where he was, the silly prick.
Is that your message?
That is my message.
Faerwin's
say
been
back to him.
corrupted but on the road.
Sorry,
She would never swear before.
I'm back in Redfern. I'm just excited. And anyway, that's besides the point.
Who's the silly prick?
Well, you. But also, I just got my first message with the sending stone, but I look around and check that no one's listening.
I mean, you're in a feat skills.
Yeah, I know.
The ears
but-
have walls. I mean, the walls have ears. The ears have walls. It's been a long day.
I look at the ears and their walls, and I don't really care if anyone's listening after all.
Don't really care.
Bo said things aren't going as well as, and they need our help, but typical druid didn't tell us where he was.
Well, they were going to the camp, so I guess the camp.
But he said that he needs our help. Oh,
Has he even got into the city yet?
he didn't say. If only we could get him to speak to us
mean,
again with more information.
They were heading to the camp on the outside of town. So I would guess they're there.
Okay, well, we probably need to go and help them. He's got my sending stone.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
you're
not a
caring about in this
priority.
situation.
No, I mean, you know, we can't just talk back and forth. That's what I mean by it. I just think maybe we should go and I'm clutching my sending stone at this point. I should reply to him, but he hasn't really given me much information, and maybe we should speak to Viper first. I mean, what should we do?
Oh, we need to save your sending stone, so we best head out there.
Fabian glares at Von and his absolute stinking attitude. Because although subconsciously she absolutely just wants the sending stone back, she hasn't acknowledged that in herself.
Wow. So she's going to take it out on Von.
Oh god, yeah.
As is tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
To the camp.
Did Bo have the? Did he have some of the sending spells, or did we?
He had the sendings in.
bottle?
He had some of the ones. Yeah, he had a few of the sendings in bowls, but like that was all. They were all packed up within their bags.
Right. Okay. Do you think that we should check in with Viper first before we head outside? Maybe worth having a bit of a heads up as to what's going on.
If she's not too busy, yes, we'll try and see her quickly. But
I wiggle my sending stone at Von. Could you give her a call? Or question mark?
I could. Yes.
Maybe say that the druids are. I mean, I can't tell you what to say, but I'll go back to.
I hand my center stone over to Faywin. There you go. You want to talk to her so much, you can talk to her. You know what you want to say.
Faywin's too excited and hands it back. I feel like I'd waste the words. I'll go back to Bo and tell him that we're on our way.
I thought you went back to Bo and said, "You silly git." you
That's what you are, you stupid prick.
Sending stone is a response.
I didn't know how to use it and accidentally sent that.
You accidentally sent Bo and called him a prick. He asked for help, and you said, "You fucking prick."
Yeah, Von, you can speak to Viper because I'll just get excited about our friendship. And I'll go to Bo.
As this is on, I will message Viper saying, "We need to speak urgently. Are you free?"
I'll message Bo and say, "We're going to come and help, but would have been useful to know where you are."
We'll give him some sass. Okay. Nice. He can't respond. Viper will come back to you, Von, and say, "Oh, you've arrived. Good. I am out dealing with another problem, which we can discuss. I will be back early evening. If you are staying, we have already arranged board." And then she runs out of words.
Well, Viper's not here, so we can't speak to her first.
Maybe we... Oh, you finished your words with that. Maybe we leave her a message that we've had to go and help them. Is she expecting us to meet us here, or...?
She said she's going to be back here in the evening, and we've got board here.
Guys,
like everybody's bored here.
What do you think that we should do, Otto, Arta, Zaga? Do you think we should go and help Bo?
I mean, we might as well. I feel like we owe him.
It sounds like an elk problem to me.
As members of the Bo fan club, I feel like he needs...
You cut out Arta there, you sort of stopped mid-sentence.
As members of the Bo fan club, I feel like he needs us and we should be there for him at his time of need.
I agree. We are going in blind, though. We're not really too sure what's happening with the elves.
How did Bo, how did Bo sound?
Rushed, panic, not excited like he does when he speaks about leaves and stuff. It didn't sound great. It's not going as well as they'd hoped. May need help. That's the extent of his message.
Sounds like druid LP problems to me. I'm sure they'll get it sorted.
You want to stay here, Zaga? Stay here. I need to go. I need to make sure he's alright.
I'm always up for a fight.
Well, we may not need to fight.
Oh. Well.
Oh, by the way, Otter, I heard there are pirates blockading the area.
Pirates?
You didn't think to say that earlier, Zaga?
Well, it's just occurred to me now.
Maybe it's the pirates that are blockading Bo?
Well, unless he's on the water, I doubt it. They'll be blockading the bay area.
Interesting. Could have more than one fight today.
Friends
Today
of
is a
yours?
good day.
Oh, Otter, if we stop the pirates, maybe you can get a boat.
Now that would be good. That'd be a very good day.
And then Zaga can be on your boat and sing sea shanties.
He's not good with boats. His last one sank.
I wasn't on it when it sank. That's why it sank.
How did you lose a boat?
And also, I don't really trust Arthur around boats either. After what happened last time.
Why? What happened last time?
A lot of fog.
I was going to say I cast fog cloud, but I'm not.
In here, it's like, no suppose inside.
Well, we might be going to a fight, so I was thinking I should probably save my magic powers. And then in entire fight, I'll just spend it throwing a hammer.
Well, it's nothing like being back in Redvant to have fights all over the place to go to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Feels like home.
No place like
Zagus
home.
dies and gets up to follow the group begrudgingly.
John appears as a hawk.
Not an albatross.
No.
No.
Maybe a parrot, but also a hawk.
Well, by the bay, not a seagull.
Oh, can he be a seagull, but with the hawk?
Yeah.
Look,
As long as
okay.
he's a
cool.
vicious seagull and doesn't just try and poo on people.
Oh no, he is. He's going to eat chips and everything. He's getting really into character.
Okay.
Can you rename him Thistle?
No.
In case he dies, I wouldn't want to do that.
Okay.
So where are we going? We don't
Where are
know
you
where this
going?
fucker is.
Go to the camp. That's where he was headed, right?
Yes.
We'll start there at least.
Nice. So you
Let's, can we
head
leave a
out.
message for bypass?
Yep. Yeah, you can leave a message with the guy at the bar.
With our location that we're going
What are you eating, Fabian?
Yep.
Sorry, I just saw a dry piece of pastry that Arthur had left. I just saw it. Grab it if we're heading out.
It's not a bad idea.
Slash
You
standby.
instinctively went to put it into your pocket and then realised Hector wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poor Hector. May
He's
rest
on a
in
diet
peace.
plan. Sorry, carry on.
He's eating loads of fruit in in your mum and dad's garden.
You can get back and it's just me
Probably
giant.
He's gigantic
Ooh.
Hector.
I'm
Do I
Hector.
be a mount?
I mean, he already was gigantic, so
Even more so.
How are you heading south? Up through the pub and through just. You want to get into the town and see what's going on in the sea, or are you going to go get as close as you can via the tunnels?
well, sounds like speed's of the essence. So tunnel's probably faster.
Nice. So for the first time in a long time, you guys get back, get yourself set, drop off anything you need to drop off, although you carry most stuff with you, as you have board here at the Redvant HQ and head through the tunnels towards the Silent Dagger, the same way you would have gone when you popped out there. The tunnels don't run all the way to the south of Redvant, but they do run to the south of Thavtan, which is where the end of all the inns and the stores and blacksmiths and stuff are. So you pop out.
Where Fabian got scratched by a cat.
No, that's where you're going to be going into now. You're going to go into the Cataway, the slum area, which is where you got scratched by a cat. Yes. So yeah, you pop out not too far from the Silent Dagger and come up into the town, into the city of Redvant, as you make your way from that central point down, then through the Cataway, so through the slums of Redvant. But you can take the more direct pathway that takes you straight to Oldbridge in the south. Can you all give me perception checks, please? And you come out of the secret hideaway and start making your way through the town.
22.
21.
20.
Oh.
26.
13.
Zaga's too small. It's a cloudy day. The rain has stopped here, but stopped in that it's not torrential downpour. There's the odd smatter that comes through here and there, and the ground itself is torn up and muddy as hell. As you come out, you remember the vast contrast you kind of hit with here as you come out of this tunnel, which are they're like rock rather than mud tunnels. So they're fairly dry, fairly well kept. They're a bit musty and smelly. But when you come out into Redvant, you leave Southtown and start heading towards the Cataway. It's mud and muck everywhere. The vast contrast that Allhearth, which is kind of paved streets and were very clean. You're kind of the reminder of the difference between the two towns as you start walking your way south into the Cataway. All of those with above 20s, you will see, and it doesn't take you long to spot that there are what seem to be pairs of these flying guards that you spot almost constantly over Redvant in different, coming from different directions and flying across. Doesn't always look like it's the same pair. I suppose with 20s you would see that, yeah, just you'd work out from the direction that they're coming and coming across that they are duo like partner pairs patrolling the skies constantly from different angles all around Redvant. Redvant itself isn't that big compared to like half the size, maybe even less than Allhearth, but you can see in the sky that there are always these griffins that are flying across, low enough that you can see them, but not low enough that they'd spot you by sight unless they were to come down. So they are probably 100 odd foot up in the air as they kind of pass by just ominously. You kind of catch the odd shadow or hear the odd as people like make a noise as they kind of come in overhead as you are walking your way through the cataway. You do also, with very high perception rolls, just see the general state of the cataway is more slummy than it was before. It always had problems with rats and being a little bit in disrepair, but this is another step down. There is the houses that run. There's so many houses where the doors are just like left wide open, where you can see they've just been abandoned completely, like windows are not through. People have just left these little shanty houses where they are. And one thing you would also pick up is it doesn't look like there's an overcrowding here, which you would maybe have expected if they were hit with an influx of people from the Borderlands. So if the refugees from the Willow's Glade had made their way here, they seemingly haven't made their way into the Cataway, because you've got all these houses in disrepair that are just left empty. That it doesn't have the same feel that the south of Allhearth did when all of the refugees hit there. So it just feels eerie, a little bit quiet. You can hear sickness in the air. Again, up a level from where you'd seen it before. You'd seen the cats and the dogs that were manging around. You'd heard the coughs and splutters. As you look around, people just look sickly here. Look very similar, if you remember, to almost how Arthur is looking now, as he is at half HP and looks still quite sickly.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that.
Yeah, you were pretty fucked up.
-1 from all my rolls thus far.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your perception was still good.
I know
but
we're using new ones, haven't I? It's -2.
Yeah.
Oh, -2 from all my rolls thus far.
That's fine. There's not been anything serious. It's more, I just want to make sure you still got your health at half. But yeah, as you look around, you kind of notice that, and then you kind of, as you guys are looking around, just getting again that feel like the air is just musty. The smell is there. It was a slum, but it just feels worse. The water that's come through here is trudged up all. So as you're just making your way down the main street, and if this is the main street is this bad, God knows what it's like when you get deeper into the slums. You see the rats moving around. You can hear the cats. You can hear the coughs. And as you catch people's faces, you can see some of them are in different. Some people have like different appearances, but all of them are looking somewhat sickly. Obviously, as you pass by, you'll catch also Arthur's face in there, where you're like, oh, okay, kind of makes sense. That's kind of where he looks like as well, a little bit in some instances. As you slowly make your way towards the Old Bridge. Doesn't take you long to get this. It's about 25 minutes walk to get to Old Bridge itself as you pass down the main street. But obviously, as you get close, I will give you a chance if you'd like to do something else. You are just at the moment walking down the main street, keeping yourself to yourself. With these patrols overhead. So as you get close, you make that 25-minute walk through the slum area. How would you like to approach Old Bridge?
Just a quick thing as we exit that area. I will remember something that I have in my bag, and hopefully it may help. And I hand a potion of restoration to Arthur in hope that it might cure his disease.
I drink the potion of restoration. I don't know what it does.
You explode. It is. I think it is. Let me just check.
It's almost like I should have put remove curse on. But
well, do you want to roll? I mean, do you want a chance to use your amazing skill in medicine?
I don't think I've got the items I need for it.
Oh. Well, no, you can do a medicine check to try and work out whether you think it's a curse or a disease.
No, I'll just drink the potion. It's fine.
Okay. You drink the potion. You instantly start to feel better. Your health does not recover, but as you drink the potion and it settles in, you feel the queasiness and the weakness that you'd felt in your body start to to ease away, and it take within 2 or 3 minutes, the brightness to Arta's skin comes back.
Thanks, Vaughn. Where have you been hiding that?
I just suddenly thought seeing all these sick people around here, and then you looking awfully similar to them, that maybe this might have helped in the first place.
Well, it's nice
I
you did a
apologise
charitable
for not doing
deed
it earlier.
and, gave it to someone really in need instead of me.
Well,
That's
I mean,
that's really useful.
like, I only have very limited numbers, and if we start handing them out in the town, then
There'll be a riot, yeah.
I mean, he's not a cleric either. So.
And on that note, I put my hand on myself and I cast Cure Wounds at level 3.
Incredible.
Nice.
Von, when you were rummaging around for that potion, did I hear the clinking of vials? Could I grab a few of those from you while you're in your bag?
Yes.
I'll take
You
the
want
5.
vials?
5?
5.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you.
I
Good.
have vials.
It's okay. 5's enough for now. Thank you.
Oh, my vials are good enough for you.
I want them for when I need something really special.
Mhm.
And I smile sweetly. Looking up in the sky where there's people flying, do you guys think that, that pass without trace thing that I did before, do you think that would be worth it now? Or...
I mean, I imagine there's going to be guards at the gate, so I don't know.
We're just walking
Maybe,
straight
but-
in?
Well, I mean, I don't know how else we're going to get out there.
Okay.
We can try and maybe use our contacts from before to get to talk to someone.
Hey, Arta, do you remember when you made everyone here panic when we were fighting that treant?
Arta or Otter?
Arta.
No. And this isn't even me being silly. I really don't remember.
You literally had to calm. I think you tried to calm people down, rolled really badly. You made them
Ah,
panic,
yes.
which actually
That
saved
sounds
them.
about right.
Dance performance.
Yeah. Yeah, you tried to use dance. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, but you ended up saving them because instead of calming them down, they actually made them flee the area. So
They ran away.
Had it
Yeah,
gone
exactly,
bad,
it
they ran
works.
away. Yep.
Why, do you want me to do it again?
Attacking people when he's dancing.
Do you want me to do my performative dance persuasion again?
I mean, it might be necessary with these guards. Be prepared.
How has Redvant got guards but All Hearth doesn't? What is this?
I don't think it's by choice. There was guards in All Earth, they just weren't very good.
I can see where you two picked it up from.
They had their hands full in the prison. As I
They were
call it.
racist.
Objection.
Overruled. What are you doing? You stood in the middle of the street.
Having a conversation in
Oh,
the
okay.
slums.
Yep. That's what we're doing. So you are not quite. You are almost like you can see the kind of palisade wall that runs around the edge of the city. You can see at the end of the town where you're going to get to, but you're not close enough that you can pick out what's going on there, and they can't pick out what's happening to you. So you've stopped.
I
far
say
enough
we
away
send
from that.
Bon Bon out in front. He's an elf and a druid.
And he can heal people.
Well, he's an elf at least.
And I'm pretty sure he can talk in our heads if he needs to pass on a message. Zaga stands behind Bon Bon and gives him a slight little nudge towards the area.
I mean, I could just kill him.
No, we are not. I will go and talk to them.
Are you going on your own? Or...
If you want to come with me, you're welcome to.
You should go, Faerun. You're good with negotiations.
Just as an aside, is it worth if we're splitting the group up, leaving a sending stone with, just in case further assistance is required?
I thought Bon Bon could talk in our heads.
I think there's a distance to that, isn't there?
Yes.
Faerun's eyes well up with tears.
There is a distance, and that distance is...
Message.
No,
Fabian, I
it's
know, I know
my
it smells
telepathic.
round here,
Oh.
but there's no need to cry.
I have to see you, and it's within 60 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Mine's 120 foot if I want to message you.
Yeah, that's message.
I think that's different because you actually have to speak the message, don't you? For message?
You whisper it.
So,
Speaking of Minotaur,
you
You
passing
just-
over that sending zone, or
If you-
are we just
well,
going
we
to
haven't got-
stand here?
We haven't got any pairs.
Bo has
Wait.
We
a
have
sending
individual.
You gave it
sending
to
stones.
Bo. Okay,
Yeah.
well, give us, if you're going to go see Bo with the elves, give us yours, and then I'll
That-
give it back after.
He's messaged on it already, so there's no
Yeah. stone. No point. Stop trying to take my
charge left
sending
in the sending stone.
Nice try.
Just follow behind at a bit of a distance.
That's not suspicious in the slightest. Let's do
If
that.
things go south, I'll send John. They can't all kill him at once. I think.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, if John comes back to you, then you know we're in trouble.
Yeah. Unless he dies on the way, and then we're really in trouble. Okay, so we go forward.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Let's try and get on if we're on this mission with one man.
what's the march on? You two elves at the front. The rest of you doing? Loitering.
I mean, essentially.
I'm practicing my performative dance just in case it comes.
You're in
it's
the
needed
middle.
later.
Okay, nice. You're stood at the side of someone's house that's just broken into, just doing a performative dance in full armor and gear. It's pretty inconspicuous. Nice. You two work. How far are you guys staying away? How far are you trailing? I just need a number.
How far away from the gate?
At the moment, you're probably depends. No, when they get to
70.
the gate, I need to know how far you want to be from them.
70 foot.
70 foot,
You fucking.
No, less than that. Less
60
than that.
foot. For fuck's sake.
61 feet.
60 foot.
60 foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I
That's
don't
right.
know.
When they get there,
I
I'll
would have
know-
said 70
yeah.
is silly.
I want to know how far away you
60.1
guys
feet.
60.1 feet. Okay, perfect. So telepathic doesn't work. Nice. So,
Fine, I
Faywin,
can step backwards and it will work.
Faywin and Von, you make your way forward down the main street. The rest of you kind of linger back for a bit and then keep pace. So you're probably 150, 200 foot from it now. So, but you can see it, and as you get closer to the gate from far off, you'll see the shining of the armor. You can see elves in armor. The Sylvan Dark Border Patrol were armored, but not this armored. This looks. Von, you would recognize this. Would you recognize? Yeah, you would recognize this. This looks to be like Eden High Guard armor. This is like proper, like splints, shields, plate armors that are on these guards that are there. They have the standard the like metal, like almost Roman style is the style of the thing they got there. They got the big face shields. They've got the green plume that comes out there. It's like the forest emerald green. Their cloaks are the Eden Guard cloaks. They're like a cream, like a the light brown into cream coloured, with the inside is the same emerald green, and then the front and the chest plate are normally just made out of some kind of steel, like stainless steel. So as you get close, you can see that these are heavily armoured guards that man the front gate. As you're making your way closer and closer, you both see that whilst there's a few of these guys that are stood there, there's also like a larger creature, not an elf, definitely not an elf. As you're walking towards, you can't, from where you are now, without rolls, you can't tell what this thing is. It just looks to be of bigger, maybe of like orc size. Stood next to them, it looks to be less armored as well, but whether that's just because of the size of them, they wouldn't fit in the elven guard that's here. But you can see there's like 2 or 3 of these well armored elves, and then you can see like 2. There's probably 2 at least, maybe another one floating around of these stranger looking larger humanoid figures that are just stood very still behind them as you make your way up.
They look like they're guarding the gates as well.
Oh yeah, they're stood like they are. As you walk towards this gate, goes out into the old bridge and then into the forest. You know, in the end, they are definitely stood in front of that gate. There is nobody walking backwards or forwards. They are a guard force at this gate.
I will explain to Faerun that it's the Eden Guards rather than what was here before.
So the guards that the elves we met, they would have gone back to these shiny ones.
So yes, I don't know whether we will be able to use our sway with the people that were here before with these guys. That could be a problem.
Can you see Bo the other side of that big old thing? Gesturing to the big one. Can we see Bo from here on the other side of the gate?
Give me perception checks. You'd be surprised if he was just stood in the road behind the guards.
Never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think wrong.
At 40.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Just to be told that he's not there.
He's not there. No, as you look behind, you can see it looks similar, but there's definitely work that's gone on in that area. So you remember as the Sylvan Dark left, and then that troll came through and smashed loads of stuff.
Yeah.
That it's definitely been tidied up in there. That there is definitely an armed force operating out of there, and yes, you can see that it's been put. The repair has been done to this area. As you look, you can't see Bo. With a nat 20, are two things you will see. One, you'll see a cart pulled up to the side that looks very much like one of the carts the druids were pulling. So like, it looks like potentially, if it's not their cart, it's a very similar cart, and it is inside the camp. You can see it's been in the inside, pulled up to the left, and you know, further left as you're looking at it is where you had all those meetings and where all the mess halls and all that stuff was when you went originally. So you know that there's administration buildings over there, and there's a cart there that looks very similar to the one that they were pulling. And secondly, you get a better look as you're kind of looking past this larger beast. You get a better look at it, and you still cannot work out exactly what this thing is. It looks almost to be the skin looks to be almost bark, would be the texture you see as you look. Not a tree. It's a humanoid figure. You can see that it's still wearing boots, and it's wearing some it's wearing like the cloak and the regalement. Like it's got some of the armaments on. It just doesn't have the chest plates. So it's not a tree, and it's not got a sprouted head. It's got like a normal humanoid sized head, but it looks like it could be a mix between a humanoid and a tree. That it has this bark skin.
It's not just someone in a bark skin cast on it.
No, you and as a druid you would have seen bark skin cast before. It looks similar, but again maxed
Cranked
up a little
up.
bit. Yeah, almost to the point where you can't make out this thing's eyes. Whatever is over this, if it is a humanoid underneath and there's bark skin on top, it's like 5 layers of bark skin to the point where you can't see. And bark skin normally is just your skin, your outer layer of skin goes. This is layers and layers and layers where like the eye holes are like pins, but you can't see eyes in it. You can't. This thing is not moving. You can see it's sat very still, but it's a very, very strange piece. It doesn't look like a bark skin, doesn't quite look like a tree, and doesn't look like a humanoid. And all three together is what this thing looks like.
It doesn't look like what we saw before with the people inside the trees.
They were like inside trees, but there's all the things are adding together that say that it could. You don't know what the end form of that was. It doesn't look like the blights you fought, because again they were just like tree people. But not to say that this does look to be some kind of organic material, like a bark skin, but a very, very souped up bark skin that's on top of these beasts. As you are kind of making your way in and looking, almost as you realise Bo's not stood behind the guard, that would be too easy, right? So your eyes catch and you are like inertly staring at this thing, trying to work out it's not looking at you. As you guys get a little bit closer, you see it turn towards you. You see the one on the opposite side turn as well, as if it has been alerted to a presence, and you guys seem to be that presence. As you get within like 20 foot of them.
May Governor, which is greetings in Elvish.
Mm-hmm. You walking straight up to the guards, yeah?
They kind of slow down a bit
As you get into,
Make
you break that 20-foot barrier. You're coming towards that entry gate now. You realise as you around them, there is no people. There's no foot traffic here. This is you almost step into a bit like you're laughing about saying, is there a fighting ring? It feels like you're stepping into a boxing arena or into a ring. You feel like you've stepped over a line, and there is people don't seem to get this close to them. There's like an area of reach of about 10 or 15 foot that people just are not stepping into. So as they clock you about 20 foot away. As you step and realise you're stepping into that and announce yourselves, you realise that you are stepping into somewhere that others are not stepping into at the moment.
I do a slight bow.
Nice.
Like, non-threatening bow, like,
You see the big things are looking towards your direction, and the other guards are just kind of they're looking at you, but they are not acknowledging you yet.
Von Van?
I step a little closer and
Surprise.
ask if it's possible to speak to Sylvania Oakheart. See if she is in the camp.
Nice. Give me a second.
Great
As
memory.
you nice. As you step forward, you get within 10 foot. You see one of the guards put his hands up, and you can see he cast a spell on himself, and then looks up towards you as you step forward. He says, "Hold!" As you say, you would like to see. You say you'd like to see Sylvanas.
Sylvanas.
He casts that spell. The other one steps in behind him as he steps forward. You can see that this is an elf. There is as you can't see exactly their face. Like they've got the where the helmet will come down over the nose. So you've kind of just got the slits where the eyes are, the big plume, the armor that's there. So you're not seeing a lot of their face. There's something like off with the elves, just in their like skin coloration, very, very pale. But then again, you're actually from the west side, they're very pale as well. There looks to be an elf that you would see before, but there's just something that slightly feels weird, and you can't work out what it is. Almost as you step in, you feel like something hits you that you can't quite put your finger on at the moment, at first glance. As he stops and says, "Okay, you are clean of disease. This is good. Sylvanas, is Sylvanas expecting you? We have no visitors down today."
She is not, but if you tell her my name, I'm sure she would want to meet with us.
Your name? What is your name?
Von Van Frostshadow.
I'm Faywin.
He looks to you, looks back. Roll a persuasion check for me. Von, not Faywin, for saying, "Hey, I'm Faywin."
Cool.
It's a 16.
Now roll a d4 and minus it off.
So that's a 14.
14. That thing you couldn't put your finger on as you're stood close to this hour now is almost like there's an imperceptible smell coming off, like really different. Like, you know when maybe a food is slightly off, but you're not sure. There's a smell. You open the fridge and there's something in there that smells, but you can't quite put your finger on what it is or where it's coming from. There's that just hits your nose as you're within 10 foot of this elf, that just puts you off slightly and causes you to have this kind of bane-like effect to your roll of 14. Von Van Frostshadow, I will pass your name on to Sylvanas, and if you are required, we will send word for you. Where can we find you in the city?
Druid's Grove.
Yes, that's the name. I couldn't think of the name.
Druid's Grove. The Druid's Grove. Well, if you are requested Von Van Frostshadow, then Sylvanas will request your presence. Good day. The three of you that are further back, as you guys are kind of watching on for the back, you hear a commotion as people start, you hear people chirp up. You hear a few doors close as you get the feeling that someone is approaching from behind you, from the road that you've walked down.
Is there anywhere to hide?
Yeah, there's ample like open alleyway. This is like a slum town, so there's barrels and boxes and alleyways and even some of those open doors. So yeah, if you want to, you can jump in now and hide from whatever might be coming. It seems to be what the local populace are doing.
Zagger will look to hide somewhere where he can have a sneaky view of who's coming.
Nice. Tweedledee and Tweedledee.
I'm just going to stay where he is.
Go.
Yeah, I'm still practicing my improvised dancing.
Nice.
You know, psyching myself up. It's like that. The montage scene in Rocky. That's me right now, only with interpretive dance. It's like the montage scene in Billy Elliot.
Nice. So Zaga, you dive in with these two standing out on the road. You don't need to worry about. You will hide on your passives alone because there is clearly something in the streets moving. You can see that the rest of the people have got in. Doors are getting shut and locked. As 20 seconds later, a guard force kind of comes around the corner. There is made up of about 6 guards, and they are walking out. You see the same thing that the guys at the front have seen. At the front, there are these 2 well-armoured, well-plumed, like Roman guards that are walking forward. In the middle, these two larger humanoid figures that have, again, this strange, like, layers and layers of bark skin over as they slowly move towards. They are slightly, but they still would be considered medium. They're not like giants at all, but they definitely have more of a larger amble, more of a larger walk to them, feel more orc-like in presence alongside these elves, and then flanked behind with these elves. As you hear them, calling, as the back 2 elves are dragging 2 people that are cuffed through the mud here, as the first one exclaims, 2 more for the executioner's run! 2 more! As they're walking through the streets and people are like walking. As you pop out and see, you can just see these 2 look to be quite young, either humans, elves, half elves, being just dragged through the streets with a handcuff, almost with the point where they're being like pulled to fall over, and as they're getting up, they're being pulled and dragged through the mud again as these guards walk past the building you were hiding by.
They're not recognised as druids that were part of our travelling group, are they?
Give me a perception check. 8. They're very dirty, muddy, but you don't recognise the faces.
Stay right.
But yeah, as you see, and you can see again, you get a good look of these larger beasts that, again, you can't see the eyes on, but they are looking left. You can see them looking at where doors are opening and closing. You can see them definitely following it where the sound of noises is coming from, as the rest of these guys are walking through, very carte blanche. As they get to Otto and us, as you guys are walking past, as long as you're not blocking the way, they will. You see the one at the front that is not calling out will clock both of you. You see that he looks at you and notices you, makes it very obvious that he's noticed you stand out. You both are heavily armed and stood in the middle of the streets. So you get the feeling that as they walk past that you are noticed by this. As they carry on walking, and the guy in front carries on that cow. 2 more for the executioner's run! And then drags them as they, again, fall in front of you, as you can hear them, like, kind of cry. These younger guys crying and weeping at being dragged through the streets. Arms, hands kind of bound, bloody slightly. You can see that the knees are grazed where they're being dragged across the floor as they make their way.
Can I shout out to them?
If you want.
Is this a public execution?
They will carry on walking as the guys shout. The executioner's run will be in the Hot Valley Stadium as the usual time and place. The executioner's run for all criminals. Remember, crime in this city is no longer tolerated. As he walks forward, as they carry on walking past, you hear a bit of the commotion with Faywin and Von as you back to kind of you guys having this conversation. Is there anything else you guys want to talk to the front guys for? As you can hear, like, as you've had the thing, and he said if you're wanted, we'll contact you there. You can now start to hear the commotion started happening behind you. You hear the shout of someone calling behind.
As we're closer to the truck, not the truck, what's it called? Car. Are we able to tell that it is definitely Bo's? One of Bo's.
It's very hard. It's a cart with a tarpaulin pulled over it that looks to be very similar to the one you want, but carts are carts, so you think it is, but you couldn't be. You would never be able to be 100% sure looking at it from there. It's not got like a license plate on it, license plate on it or anything. It just looks incredibly similar to. But there's only one of them there, so where the other one is, I'm not sure. But looking at it, looks very similar.
I'll ask the guard by us what's going on over there. What have they done?
Doesn't matter what they've done, they are being taken for the executioner's run. We are trying to stamp out the crime in this town. Bring forward the lights. Bring forward some good to this scumbag shithole.
I kind of glance over at Faywin and kind of signal to let's go back and head towards the Druid's Grove just to lay low.
Sure.
And wait
Faywin
and hope that
smiles.
they say something back.
So, Faywin smiles at the guard. With no
Gonna be my
reaction.
BFF?
She says that. Well, thank you for your service.
Hey,
Anything? Nothing. God's sake.
what do you want? A fucking flower? No.
I wanted to be like, oh, she's nice. Hey, by the way, this is why we're here.
Oh, thanks for saying that to me. This is the story reason why we're here. Oh, hang on. Let me just give you this. Let's see this scroll. This is the plot.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Faywin puts it in the bottom of her bag, never to be seen again. Yeah, sure. No problem, Von.
So yeah, we'll head back past the others.
Yeah, you'll pass by this group because it's on the main street. They put them down now. As they walk past you, they pay little notice. The guys at the front there walking by. You can see that you've been. The fact that you've come back from the gate, they are obviously seen as well. But you can see the guys at the front are eyeballing and will pick up. Definitely picking up those that are more highly geared than the general commoners that are there. But they this is to show they are parading and pulling these two through the streets. As you kind of pass them and watch, they pass through past the guards into the old bridge and disappear outside.
As they walk past with the people, can we check if we recognise them from the Druids group?
Yeah, give me perception checks.
19.
19.
22.
Wish. You do not recognise them as the Druids.
All of our group were Druids, right? There weren't any others.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's going to be there. You do, however, recognise one of them as... I don't think you would be able to put necessarily a name to them because I can't remember who he's actually picked up, but one of them is definitely a Red Hood. Not in their Red Hood garb, in just like general commoners clothes, but as you see their face, there's like a recognition piece as you see them and they clock you that they know who you are, but they don't jump into like begging for like freedom or ask you to help. There's just that initial recognition and they go back to just being dragged in.
Can I make a mental note of what they look like?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of give Von a look like, I'm doing it in real life. Like a furrowed brow
Yeah.
of recognition.
Yeah, not the Druids, no.
Okay. And then scuttle away.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Just make your way back up the road, back towards Arta dancing in the street. And Otto is sat by the side, and Zaga can make his way out of his.
Just as a quick question about dancing in the street.
Mm-hmm.
I swear it gave me bonuses when I was doing bonuses, like advantage or on performance checks if I was doing dancing or some shit?
You cloak did.
Yeah, the
or
cloak.
something did.
No, it was
The
the.
Cloak of Billowing doesn't do that unless they've changed it.
No, you had something. Was it a ring?
Yeah.
Oh, the Ring of Dancing.
Yeah,
There we go.
there we go.
It's fine. I found it. It's
Yeah,
just not
you
in
just
my
just
list.
paired it with the cloak
For
of
you.
billowing for
I was scared for a second that I've lost my powers.
the most
my
important of
+0.
all my powers. Yeah. Nice. So
As we get to the group,
go out to the group.
I'd just say we're no closer to finding Bo. But there's something strange going on here. Did you see that guy those guys being dragged?
I mean, a lot. We've only been gone 2 weeks. What the hell happened?
These elves seem a lot more militant than the ones we've seen elsewhere.
They aren't the ones that. They aren't the ones that were here before.
No.
These are the High Guard from back in Eden. That is. It's a whole different level of force.
Do
You
they
think they were
usually
bad in
execute
Allhath?
prisoners?
I think they're trying to make a show of their force in the city.
For sure, but you're more familiar with how they would act generally. Would they normally be executing criminals?
Would they normally be executing criminals? Have I actually been to Eden? Probably not.
You probably actually would have been not for a long time though. You would have been when you originally yeah,
From the
you would
other
have been
side of the
for
river,
like for
right,
like
so-
a day or two because it was the Eden lot that did the deal to get you into the Druids.
Okay.
So the leader of Sikfa, the leader of Eden, the leader of those Druids, is the one that would have done the deal. So you may have been there for like a day or two, but you wouldn't just know from the way that the elves run. They don't tend to.
Yeah,
They're not. You're not executioners. You wouldn't normally be running executions. So that isn't normal behavior. You don't run Eden like, cool. What did you do, fever? We're going to kill you now. So yeah, having executions would seem odd, but again, depending on what they're trying to do, you don't know. Having the Eden High Guard force here is pretty odd in itself.
It's not. It's not normal.
Did anything else about them seem strange?
There was.
Fabian looks at Von, kind of like.
There was a weird kind of aura around them. I felt it when I was by the gate. I don't know if it was on them themselves or they've done something around that area to the land.
They were a bit
But-
stinky.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
Did they look? You said about their skin
Mm-hmm.
hurt. Was it kind of like drow, or paler than that?
It was similar. That's what's really difficult. It's funny because coincidentally, not coincidentally, their skin complexion, the color, is not too dissimilar from Emo Von. In like
Right.
the wood elves tend to have a slightly more pigment. Like, high elves have slightly more pigmentation. The wood elves are slightly paler. The drows go real pale because they stay out of the sun. The drow elves, the drow into the wood elves, as in Ashling, from like east to west, they get more pale. The elves. So where Von is from is like at the point where their wood elves are less sunshine. Wood elves are more in a deep forest, so therefore have less sunlight, so are a little bit light. These have that light coloration, but there's something else in there that's not like the underdark purple tinge of like a Dwagar or of a deep gnome, but like maybe like a green or a yellow. There's a different jaundicedness to the yellow, to the paleness.
Where are these elves from?
I mean, they're wearing the armor of the Eden High Guard, but
Where is Eden?
deep into the forest south of here.
In the forest that's heavily corrupted
Mm-hmm.
and has been affecting people and creatures.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're executing people, which they wouldn't usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time we were here, people were coughing and sneezing and all sorts. So, we had a worry that the illness of the forest was spreading to people, and maybe.
Did you see anybody you recognized up there from before?
No. We could see a cart from the door, which, while we couldn't say for sure it was linked to our group, it looked awfully similar. But then, how different can a cart look? But I didn't recognize anyone else while there.
And the hippogriff lady wasn't around?
I asked to speak to her. Said to them that they asked if we had a meeting already planned, and I just said if she hears my name, she'll want to talk to us. So I gave them my name and said we'd be at the Druid's Grove. So
We should check in there so that we've got some sort of cover. Maybe we just put one room
I
in.
don't think we need to check in there. We just hang around there for a while now.
Well, we were going to go there later anyway.
Oh, yeah, no, we can go see the performance. I'm really looking forward to it.
But also, we don't want them to go there and us not be there. And then they leave a message, and the people at the Druids are like, we don't know who that is. Because then they'll know we've lied.
But,
In fact, you know what? I'll book a room. Under your name. I'll pay.
when we get to see the hippogriff lady, I guess we'll get to judge whether there's something strange going on, because at least we knew what she was like before.
Exactly, if we have a familiar face. But yeah, I mean, I don't see what else we can do right now to get to where Bo is if he is out there. We just have to hope for now that he's okay. I mean, you saw how heavily armored those guys were and how many there were just there and then, and those giant beasts they had with them. I mean,
Have you ever seen anything like that, Bon? Because I couldn't put my finger on it.
I have never seen anything like that.
Faywin relays to the group what they look like.
There was a
Yeah,
couple,
there were a couple that went past us.
Oh, right. I was so distracted by the person being dragged through mud, I didn't realise.
Weird tree people kind of makes me think forest bad.
It's probably a good assumption to make.
Well, there's one way to get rid of forest people. Fire. And I wink at Zaga.
Zaga brightens up. Let's go to the Druid's Grove. Looks like all roads are leading there for now.
Let's start walking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you start making your way up from the south to the Druid's Grove. Sat within the south town, so it's quite close to the other one.
The one we were
The one you were just in, the Thistle and Shamrock.
Oh,
Yeah, all of them. All of them are fairly close in proximity, but the Thistle and Shamrock is the one you go downstairs into to get to the Red Hoods.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not far from the Red
What is
Hoods.
it, the halflings?
The
Yeah.
halflings.
The
one
laughing
is the one we were
halfling.
blocked from.
The Laughing Halflings, but you've been barred.
I'm sure they've forgotten by now what's going on.
Hope. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks, and you were kind of annoying. So yeah, the Druid's Grove is in that location. As you make your way up towards from the south to the north, it takes another about 25-30 minutes on the walk as you get there. Rain starts to come down a little more, helps clean off some of your boots, but yeah, it's a little damp. Then the weather isn't so good here, as you still can see clearly the griffins flying around on patrols above your head. But you start to, as you get closer, hear a bit more life in the city. The further north you get, the more that there seems to be at least a feel here that people are doing stuff, and there's some life still left in the town. The Cattleway was quite depressing in its kind of in its feel and vibe as you got close to that area. It did not feel great. There was lots of people that had left. There was lots of desolation. You get here, the pathways kick in. The roads are a little bit nicer. You have the main square where you know that off to your right-hand side was where the blacksmiths were. You're picking up areas that you remember before, even with the weather being a little shit. And in just on the ends of the winds, you can hear what sounds like what we would know as like Irish music. It's like Irish jig music as a fiddle is playing. You can hear the sound every so often of a drum banging in of percussion that's going on as you make your way towards the Druid's Grove. As you get close, there is a hum of activity and people moving around near the grove itself. As the door swings open, and you get the sound of the Scale Symphony flying out, getting set up for their first set of the night as it gets into early evening. The sun is coming down, the music is blaring, and there are people that are already quite drunk outside the Druid's Grove, as we will take a little pee break there before we go into the pub. You make your way, and I'm assuming enter the Druid's Grove. There is, you can hear the frivolities coming from inside the tavern as the Scale Symphony again started up. You can hear the fiddle playing and the sounds of the underground, the sound of Thundertap and his drum, his single drum as they're in there. As you make your way in, and you kind of have to force your way past people. The door isn't propped open, but gets pushed open. Lots of people coming in and out. You can see outside there are people spilled about drinking. As you can see that this is clearly one area where they're still trying to have a good time here in Redvant. And as you push your way through, get into the Druid's Grove itself, it's rammed in here. Absolutely, even at 6 o'clock, like busy. There's no tables. There's still standing space. You still get up and get to the bar. But you can see when did you all come in here at some point?
No.
Oh, you didn't. Okay, so
It was only them two.
it was only them two, wasn't it? So as you come into the tavern, so in front of you, it's just got the big long bar. You can see behind it just the glass bottles, like hundreds of glass bottles of different alcohols from about the thing, like the classic like mirror behind the bottles as well. So as you look to it, it's just a colourful array of all these different glass bottles. They have arcane lights that are across everywhere. So they are in ones that kind of like almost like rainbow style rolls from like greens that are in the back there. It goes through blues into yellows into reds and across. You can see the tables are all full of people there. And on the right hand side where Zaga, you would have originally seen where you and Corin ended up on the bar jumping around like little halflings getting drunk, they have now extended that bar. So as it gets to the far end on the right hand side, there's a big circle like stage built into the bar now, and you can see up on that bar is where Thundertap is there with these big drummers. He's starting to get going, and you can see Sizzlestrum is up as well, as he is kind of pacing up and down the bar a little bit, just getting going. And it's not too raucous, it's not too like foot stompy at the moment. It's jaunty and people are still chatting as they're playing, but you can see people are tipping and they're drinking as they're there. They stop each often and have a drink. You can't see Flickerflute, he's not around at the moment, but you can see the two of them have started a performance as you make your way into the Druid's Grove itself. As you kind of push through and get get yourself some space, you can see the barman behind kind of notes you without drinks as you come in. Barkeeper who's called Roderick. He looks like kind of like what's the like salt and pepper hair with the quiff, quite well cut sides, little waistcoat on, looks very well dressed, small little round spectacles. As he sees you without a drink and shouts out, he's like, "Friends, come, push through, we'll get you served, welcome to the Druid's Grove."
Oh, that's really something. They sound great.
Ah, the Scale Symphony. My, yes, the Kobold sent from heaven to give us something some joy in these times of horror. As can I get you drinks?
Yes, what are you famous for here?
No, we're
Come
famous.
on, the bar's busy. Hurry up.
Many different cocktails.
You don't even drink now, you shut up.
You're here to enjoy the Kobold How about a little bit of Dragon's Breath Brew. It's a fiery concoction, just like the belly of a dragon. We also have, and he goes, oh.
No, we'll have 5 dragon breath.
Oh, 5 Dragon's Breath. Nice.
No, I don't want one.
Oh, Faywin, it's good. I've had it before.
No,
Four dragon's breath in the water.
No, I'll have water as well. No.
Do you have squash?
Fuck's
Cordial?
sake. Right, we'll just have one dragon breath.
No, you get me one.
Zaga looks at the bottom and says, "Where's the other kobold?"
Sustrom is perfecting his routine. He's out back. We'll have the full complement later this evening. They like to come out and warm the crowd up before they come in, and we leave that up to them to perform however they would like to perform. But for a little bit of extra gold, we can arrange a meet if you'd like. A lot of people like to spend time with the symphony once they're finished. They are quite the heavy drinkers.
I'm not paying gold to hang out with my brothers.
Kind of clocks. He's like, brothers. He goes, brothers? As he looks over and shouts out to them, as you see, Sustrom is like kind of going away as he's like in front of like a few guys that are here that are drinking. He's like almost like egging them on with the fiddle to like down their pints as they go through. As he turns back and looks and sees you, and he's like, well, Zagazoon! As he like carries on playing, he like dances his way down the bar towards you as you're there. As he goes, okay, Dragon's Breath coming up. As he goes off and starts making these drinks for you guys. I was in my brain was definitely wanting to do a Coyote Ugly when you guys asked for water. I was like, what do we say when people ask for water? Sorry, this tavern music is atrocious. I'm going to go back to gloomy dark streets.
I'd like a cordial as opposed to...
Yeah, they'll give you some juices. So yeah, Dragon's Breath is like a spiced rum with dragon fruit in there, a bit of cinnamon, and then they light the cinnamon stick, which gives it just a puff of smoke when it's on fire as it's lit as it comes out. As if right there, they just give you guys some dragon fruit puree on the side. It's like a mocktail as they go through. As he's pouring them up and getting them all ready, and he comes back to you as he's like, he's like, we've got 2 of the mocktails for the things on there, and he goes to ring up the cost, and Sizzlestrom's like, no, this is my brother, he drinks here for free, and he goes, well, I mean, we can't have people just drinking here for free again, and he's like, this round's for free, and he goes, okay, well, Sizzlestrom, we're gonna do 1 round, one round, he's like, 1 round for free, and he goes, people start cheering, he's like, no, everybody is drinking for free, as you can see, he kicks off, as Sizzlestrom drops himself down on the bar, kind of like, pops his flute down, pops his fiddle down to the side of him. He's like, well, what a sight for sore eyes, Zagazoon.
This is quite a scam you're running here.
What scam? Why, can't you just be happy for us? As Father Tap starts to realize he's just playing his drum on his own and no one's playing with him now. He's like, oh shit, and puts it down and starts to come over to you guys as well. What do you mean scam?
You couldn't make it to Allhearth when I told you to come and meet me there?
Oh, come to... I mean, you told us to stay here and look after the circus.
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
I'm pretty sure when we started, you said, look after the circus because this Toro's taking my bagpipes and blah, 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 blah. And then, to be fair, Thundertap did say you sent him a message of some sort, but we assume you were just like blah, 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 blah. If it was important, you would have sent it again, right?
Thundertap.
He comes over, he's like, Zola! And he comes down and just like grabs you. He goes to grab you and like lift you and then realizes that you are a little bit bigger than you were before as he kind of like stops and drops
My
down.
tail's longer.
Yeah, you can see that for him though, he just internalizes it. Where he's a bit like, huh? Like pats himself. He's like, is he getting a little bit portly? He's like, oh, Zagazoon. You're getting big, Zagazoon.
Yeah, I am. I'm big as shit. Look at me. Look at how long my tail is.
Yeah, I think that they know. He's like, whoa. The system's like, you're growing?
I don't know. Something happened. I'm super big. I'm awesome.
You do look a little bit more. And he like looks. He's like, even your scales have changed color. Where you been?
Elpland. The Elps are the worst.
It's too warm around here.
Present company excluded.
As you will get your drinks served, the rest of you there are all part of this conversation, if you so wish. Yeah, even those with purees.
Where's the other one?
Oh, he's been a bit of a prima donna. He's likes to warm up a little more before we do the skets. He doesn't come out and do the days. Doesn't like drinking all day like we do. Hey. But yeah, he's all good.
Can we have a quick conversation, the 4 of us, before you get back to playing your crappy music?
Yeah, we got a bit of time. And he goes, hey, Roderick, we're taking 10. He's like, just 10? He's like, just 10. He's like, last time you said 10, you took an out. He's like, just 10. Give me a break, man. As he like drops off the bar and like shoots through people. And as they're shooting through people, you see they get stopped. It's like following someone that is incredibly popular. They get stopped loads and people are like, come up to her, like want to shake their hands. And they're like, come on. You guys are too kind. As he like leaves his hand out, gets like a few silver pieces in there, pops in his bucket. He's like, I'll be on later. He's like, oh, you're here again. I can't believe you're here again, you dirty little stubborn. He's like, okay. And he carries on as you guys make your way all the way down the left, all the way around the bar. This takes minutes of you guys just following it in tow as they take you through to a little back room, like a little green room type area where Flick Flute is in there, just sat in like peaceful reflection as Sizzle Drum and Thundertap burst in. As he's like, oh, come on, guys, I told you I just need a bit of time. He's like, oh, we got some friends. Zagazoon's back with his band of merry warriors. What brings you back to Redfern after all this time we've been waiting?
Hey, you'd think these bumpkins in this town had never heard music before, the way they're reacting to you lot.
Hey, we got the talent. This was Sizzle Drum. He's like, hey, don't be jealous, man. Zaga, you got the talent. Don't be a little wagawoon again. Be happy for your brothers. We're making money. This is easy.
How much money?
Well, enough money. None of your business how much money.
I want to know. Maybe there's room in town for 2 kobold acts.
You ain't got no friend. These guys can't sing with you. You ain't got an act. You can't come after the Scale Symphony. Anyway, what are you doing back here?
I told you guys to come meet me in Allhearth.
From the tap, please. Oh, no, that would make. You told us to stay here, and then you sent the message, and my bad. He's like, yeah, you didn't really. You sent it to the idiot. Why did you send it to Thundertap?
Could have sent it to any one of you and I got the same fucking response.
Well, maybe. We're having a great time here. Anyway, we've been doing business. We've been keeping track. You're lucky. Your little turtle friends. He's leaving town soon.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the circus. It's like final days of the circus. They seen all this shit going on with the elves. They don't like what's going on. Apparently, they cut in their little tour short and heading off to, I don't know, wherever the next town is.
I'm on a meeting with that turtle. Gotta cash it in quickly.
Yeah, they are. That's why I was hoping you were gonna bloody turn up on time. You know what I'm saying? We keep track. So, yeah, apparently they're doing their last final days. They do a show down where we met you, down at the docks. They're set up for this whole circus act. Now, that is a scam. If you're talking about a scam, that's a scam. At least we're bringing the people what they want every day, taking their money for some good, hard, honest entertainment. These guys are charlatans with the stupid tricks.
Yeah, well, you guys have been singing and dancing. We've been fighting things.
Well, we weren't sending it to sing and dance. We were saying it to help you do what you needed to do, and that's what we've been doing. Why are you so angry, Zaga?
Because you never listen. Because I should be the popular one.
Oh.
I'm the superstar. I went solo.
Hey, maybe you all thought you were off making your name in wherever the hell you went to. We were just here trying to keep an honest living. Hey, why don't you can come and sing with the Scale Symphony one time. You know the old songs, the proper old songs, not the old songs that you'd sing. You know the...
Have you got a war gong?
A war gong? You might have a war gong. Thundertap, you got a gong? He's like, well, I don't think
I'm going to play with you. I'm going to play a gong.
We'll find you a gong. Jeez, well, you're such a prima donna. You're worse than this guy here as he points to Flick Flute. He's like, hey, I got a process. I'm an artist.
You've never written anything.
I'm an artist. You gotta channel the elders to sing the songs of the people, not like you making up this crazy new shit.
They're traditional songs.
Traditional, my ballsack.
Zaga just grumbles. Does anyone else in the room want to say anything, or are they just standing and
watching 4 kobolds?
I've got a big smile on his face because it's nice for Zaga to get a bit of his own medicine.
I'm just giggling to myself.
Zaga turns around and points at Arthur and says, "This one can dance."
Oh, we got a dancer.
And my cloak starts billowing behind me. Well, I dabble. I dabble.
It's like you're in quite a small green room, so as it starts billows into Otter and Faywin and Fawn. It's not enough room for you to get a full. It's like, oh, he's a fancy
Even
boy.
better.
Well, you guys come down. Come sing with us. We're always looking for new ways to jazz up the act, you know. We've been here for a few weeks now. The guys kind of keep it fresh.
You know any shanties?
We know some, but like we're not really in the business of learning new songs. You want to sing them? We're gonna play the music behind. I'm not here to do a lot of work, you know. I'm just here to sing the same shit each night, you know.
And you need to get prepared for that? Diva.
Flick like, yeah, we got a channel to write. Don't listen to Sizzle Strum. It's a good act, okay? It's a good act.
So was Zaga part of your group at one point?
Zaga could never be part of a group. Look at him. He's too much of a solo boy.
But he's been part of our group for like 6 weeks now.
I'm a superstar.
This is the longest he's been part of anything. Let me tell you that.
I don't need a backing group.
Uh-huh. There he goes.
He is very talented, I have to say. And I smile at Zaga.
See? This is one of the good helps. It's rare.
Mm-hmm. So talented that he lost his instrument, eh?
Shut up!
Maybe you should both play to the crowd and see who gets the biggest cheer.
You think this?
Oh, you could do like a battle, like a music battle.
You think this guy wants to take on the Scout Symphony? We've been here building. This is our set. We have a residency. We get paid to just drink and sing songs every night.
They've already brainwashed these bumpkins in this city.
I mean,
by all
to
means,
they sound scared. They sound scared.
By all means, if you want to
Like I
make
said, that sounds scared to me.
that mistake,
Find me
we
an
can make
instrument
that
I can
mistake.
play, and I'll play with you.
All right.
I'll show these rubes what a real star looks like.
That's the Zagazoo. Look at him. It's getting on fire.
I know you don't have any bagpipes because none of you are talented enough to play them.
It's because they sound like shit. Let's be honest. You try to go out with this new stuff with your bagpipes. No. You couldn't just stick to the normal instruments, did you? It had to be different. Zagazoo always have to be different.
I'm an artist.
Uh-huh. Anyway, you gotta see your Toro man. It's good you're here, cause he's he's
You know how many days until he leaves?
Oh man, I know. I'm going by what it says on the posters. You not seen the posters? It just says final days across them, like final.
We only got back today. We haven't seen anything.
Ah, Jesus. Well, first day back, you came to see your brothers. That makes me feel good, Zagat. That makes me feel good. Well, anyway, find out what you want to do. If you need our help, we're here. But also, if you want to just drink, we're here. You know, we got an ear to the ground. We're picking up the information. We know about the Alps, but you've probably seen them because they're flying around.
Yeah, we know about the Alps. Find me a gong or something, and I'll show these people what music really is.
Okay, we got a gong somewhere. Thundertap's got all the shit somewhere. He'll have something for you. Come and play with your brothers. Let's do it like the old time to show these stupid motherfuckers what music's
Anyway,
all
go
about.
get yourself a dragon breath and have some fun. Stop being such an elf.
Faven scowls at Zaga after having backed him up against 3 brothers. Whilst everyone else giggled at him being bullied by them.
Oh.
And it's a little hurt, actually. She
Wow.
is a little hurt.
It's okay, she'll forgive you soon enough.
Yeah.
Art is just hoping that they've forgotten about the dancing because he doesn't want to do it in front. There's too many people here. He's getting a bit of stage fright.
This is
Because
Go
long
get
as
your
this
drinks.
gets.
After
Gets
listening
rid
to the music, he knows that he's definitely is not in a position to keep up
He doesn't know how to
with
rip
the
it off.
quality.
I mean, that little crazy spectacle guy, he's don't look like much, but he's the old slave driver. If we want to get paid, we got to get out there and get singing again for a little bit. Wait for this prima donna to get ready. Come, Flicker Flute, you ready to go? You guys coming back later for drinks? You staying now? What's the plan?
I'm gonna go and book a room.
Oh, staying for long term.
Oh, they kind of told the elves at the guard area down south that we were staying here.
You guys ain't gonna bring any trouble though, right? This is a nice little nest egg for us. We're making some good money.
Who would bring trouble?
Yeah,
If
Look
you
at
don't
you.
need your brother.
I mean, you know, remember we walked off a boat. We saw this guy over here killing the pirates. He's like, "Oh, you're the pirate, though. They got a drink on the menu for you. They call it the Kraken's Kiss. It'll be right up your alley. You're a pirate, boy. For the rum and stuff. All the sailors, they love it. They come. But yeah, do you not remember? We came off the boat. You guys were fighting pirates, fucking slaying people in the streets. You are the definition of-
Allegedly.
Ah, good times.
Yeah. But yeah, so don't bring any trouble to the Grove because it's good.
Don't
Like
tell
the
me
people,
what
they
to
like
do.
it. Hey, I'm not telling you. I'm just saying don't bring trouble to my house.
But that sounds like you're telling me what to do.
Well, maybe I'm telling you what to do. Don't bring trouble to my house. Saka, who is this? Coming to my house. Coming to my house.
Trouble. We ever brought trouble anywhere?
I've had enough of dragons this week, and I'm okay.
Oh my God. Why you keep you around? That's rude.
Helps. What
Coming
can
to
I
my
say?
house while I'm practicing, getting ready for all my free drinks. She didn't even drink. She had no juice.
Helps. What can I say?
Fucking helps,
Saga
man.
shrugs.
He's
Maybe
like,
me saying that might have prompted Zaga to tell his brothers that he met Dragonborn. I don't know, just a crazy idea.
I can't hear what you're saying. You walked away. My God. Anyway, get the hell out of here. Come back and see us later. We'll get drunk. We only play for a bit and then we just like keep the vibes going when people get too sloshed.
You guys sort out the rums and go get drinks. And I'm gonna hit the stage with these idiots and show them up.
Well, you want to do that now? You want to do it? I mean, it's gonna be better in a few hours.
It's gonna be better in a few hours.
Yeah,
I'll do
it's
it
like-
in a few hours then.
it's like
Whenever the most people are here to see I'm the best.
Exactly. Yeah, 6 p.m. This is like early crew. You want to be here late. We want to make sure it's nice and busy for your dancing friend. Gives you a little wink, Arthur.
Saga looks at Arthur.
I look at Arthur.
Does a wink and a little like shimmy.
Arthur looks at Von Van.
Oh,
I think he's a bit sheepish. Look at him.
yeah. We'll get a couple of dragon.
He's gone
breaths in
red.
him.
He's embarrassed.
Get a couple of dragon breaths in him, and he'll be dancing. It's dancing boy.
Fine. And I make my way to the stage.
Saga also just goes over to Bonbon Piggy and whispers to him, "Do you want to go and chat to Viper? We're gonna be here a while."
I mean,
Since you're also not drinking.
Oh, you can have a drink.
yeah, but if they come here while I'm not here,
So stay and have a drink.
I'm not gonna
Faywin
have a drink.
orders a room. Whilst
Okay.
this is all going on. She orders 2 rooms, one under Faywin's name and one under Bonban's written name.
There is not 2 rooms available. There's only 1 room available.
Then I book it under Bonban's, but I pay for it.
Okay. Nice. They are incredibly busy. So 1 night's room is...
About to get ripped off.
Oh, for sure. This is the
$1
busiest inn.
million.
The busiest inn in all of Redvant. Well, considering the Silent Dagger's now gone as well. Oh, come on. My listing's not working. Oh, no, it's not super rip-off. It's 2 gold a night.
I book it.
That's a single room for Bonban.
Yeah, they're small rooms.
Do you, if I'm expecting a message, is that something that you can accept for me and I can pick it up in the morning?
He's like, yeah,
Waiting.
if a message comes in, we can hope someone picks it up. It's quite busy in here, though. It's not like I mean, the rooms are mainly like people that crash when they come over or they're here to see stuff.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that I'm forewarning you. There may be a message.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll I don't know, put it under your door or something.
Thank you.
And he gives you a key for a room. Nice. So where you going? So yeah, these guys are getting warmed up to go out and carry on their set. It's about 6:30, 7 in the evening. And it won't get busy in here till like 9, 10. So performance-wise, then big heavy drinking, it'll be then. So you've got a few hours if you want to go away and come back, or you can stay here and just carry on. Your
Where'd you put
choice.
the keys at Bonban? I've put it under your name.
So what's the plan then? Because, I mean, I was going to wait around outside here so they didn't come in here because I don't want to disrupt everyone in here, you know, if they see the elf guards. I'm calling them bloody elves now.
It's impossible.
The elf guards come in. Didn't you know? You don't want to cause any trouble in here. So I was just going to wait outside the whole time.
No worries. Here's your key. In case you decide you do want to go inside. I'm going to go and speak to Viper because it's early evening. She said that she'd be available.
How long do you think that'll take?
We've got a lot of catching up to do, so it could be a few hours.
Maybe I'll come with you quickly.
Okay. You want to come back and then...
I'll be back here in time to
too
perform.
long, you can, come back here at some point.
But you remember as well, was like last time you were here, like you and Corin were here until like early hours of the morning.
Yeah.
This is a like late. It's good. It's busy. It's actually busy this early, but this is a late night start, late night finish, early morning finish maybe actually. So yeah, you know you've got some time.
Sounds like that total's leaving soon. I want to ask Viper about my meeting.
Okay, we can head over there.
Anyone else coming? We don't need to all stay here, or...
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the music. Could you say that again?
Is anybody else coming?
I thought I was dancing.
Yeah, that's later.
Oh.
You can drink until then if it'll give you the courage.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
I'll stay with fun.
Okay. Can one of us have or Von take one of the sending drinks
Mm-hmm.
in case something happens, and then you can let us know because you've used the sending stone to Viper already. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I've got those in my bag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say, as long as if you use them, someone just removes them. It's fine.
I've got 3 beacons in a bottle. If it gets used, I'll just remove one from my bag.
We can say yeah, but for now, Von has one in case he needs it.
Von, what would you like me to relay to Viper? About Bo and anything else?
Yeah, just mention about Bo and just any information you can on the elves since they've come back here.
Okay. I'll look at him and telepathically say, I'll mention about that execution thing. I'm pretty sure I've seen one of those, and I think it may be one of Viper's people.
Okay.
Come on then, Zaga.
Wow, you're bossy today. Okay, let's go.
I have to be with you. You change when you're around those other kobolds.
What do you mean?
You're mean about the Alps. I was nice to you, and then they were mean to me, and you didn't stick up for me. I thought we were friends.
I told them you were one of the good elves. You weren't paying attention.
She's sulking.
Back at the Druid's Grove, Von's very happy that he's not getting nagged now. Somebody else gets it. He feels all warm inside.
You might actually relax and have a drink.
Saying that, I'm going to order a Kraken's Kiss and a water for Von with a shot of clear alcohol inside.
Nice. Yeah, she'll be paying for it. So drinks here are
Expensive.
Spenny. So yeah. So they are they're expensive comparatively. You guys might be rich
For drinks.
So yeah, for drinks are normally like pints of ale are like 2 silver. It's a gold per cocktail.
I'm getting 2 extra drinks to give me hope for my dancing.
Nice. So yeah, just knock off gold for drinks as you're going through. But yeah, it's like there's no like bulk buying. It's just that each cocktail is made lovingly and costs a gold per cocktail, which is like a few nights stay in some inns. To be fair. Nice, you guys carry on. You see they come out, the Scout Symphony come out, start playing a little bit here and there, start wrapping up. They kind of take it in turns to move around, get the crowd going. They jump down, they go and talk to a few people. You see them standing. They always stand on fucking tables, goading people into drinking, challenging them to drink, like fun ups there with the drum, like the do 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 do. Hey! As people like down their drinks, put them on their head. As that all starts, as you guys leave, as you can kind of find a place to perch, look for a first table that comes up and start drinking. Are you staying inside, Von, or are you going out the front?
Is there any tables outside?
Not tables outside. There's just lots of people hanging around outside. There's like there's like a low wall and a few fences and stuff that people are just
Basically
kind
a
of sitting
pub
on.
on a summer's day kind of thing.
Yep. Except it's real fucking nasty outside. You wouldn't really want to be outside. But
I was gonna say, is there any sort of cover outside at all? Is it just out open?
it's just open. You could be down the side of. You could try and like not be out the front in the main square. You could be down the side and try and use the cover of a bit of darkness here or there, or you can blend in with the crowd. There's a big crowd out the front, like a big very busy smokers area out the front of the pub.
Yeah, I'll try and just blend in with the crowd out the front, I think.
Okay. Nice.
I'm not gonna make. I'm gonna make it a cordial with alcohol in it, just to hide the taste a bit.
It won't hide it enough.
It'd be better than water anyway.
It will be better than water, yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, and you notice straight away that you have a slightly spiked cordial, but it's quite nice. It's like it's still not warm outside, and it's pretty nasty. So like a little alcohol is not bad to take a chill off for an evening. Nice. As Faywin and Zaga, you head your way just like across the square, essentially into the.
Actually,
into
if
the
I use
fishing shop.
presentation, I can mask the taste, can't I?
So you're gonna stand outside the front of it. You're trying to drug. We're trying to pass over the fact that you're trying to drug Von.
The last time he
unwillingly.
got drunk, he turned into a bear and lost the fight.
Oh yeah, true.
Now we can change into better bear this time.
You can, if you desperately want to. Are you doing it multiple times or just the once?
No, just the ones for now.
Okay.
For now. Until next round.
Jesus Christ.
We'll see where the night takes us.
Don't spike people's drinks, guys. It's not cool. Nice. As Zaga and Faywin, you head over towards the Thistle and Shamrock to make your way downstairs.
As we're heading over, Zaga's going to say, "See, I told you those guys weren't very good."
Do you mean the kobolds?
Of course, who else do you think I mean?
Oh god, yeah. No, I completely agree. I've seen you perform many a time in the last few weeks, and I'm not just saying it, Zaga, but I do actually think that you're better than them.
Of course I am. I'm an artist.
Well, yeah, of course, and I don't know. I'll withhold judgment. I don't really know them very well.
Zaga puffs his chest out a bit.
I like you the most.
You get to the door of the Thistle and Shamrock, and then you have a mild panic that you remember you were supposed to say something to be able to get access to the downstairs of the Red Hood's HQ. Do you remember what it was?
Hell no. Is it
It's
at
been
the
2
door?
weeks.
It's been 2 whole weeks, yeah.
Is it
No,
at the door?
as you're getting to the front of the Thistle and Shamrock, you remember the way you got in before is you spoke to the barman, and then there was something said that then let him know that you were supposed to be going down those stairs. You can go and find an entrance way elsewhere. It's just going to take you longer to get there. I just want to know if
No,
you
Zaga's
remembered.
going to go up to the barman and under his breath, as quietly as he can so that only the barman can hear, he's just going to say, "Viper's waiting for us."
I don't know any Viper that's here. Is
Zaga
it
just
something
stares
you're
at
waiting
him.
for?
Zaga just stares at him. It's like, you know what I mean, kind of look.
I'm afraid, sir, I can get you a drink here. Maybe you're lost looking for a Viper?
Zaga's just staring at him again.
Faywin starts staring at him too.
Both just start staring at him.
Can I try and intimidate him?
You can if you want. Give me an
Because I've only
intimidation
got
check.
+1. And I've rolled a nat 20. That's 21 intimidation from Faywin.
He goes, so how do you intimidate him, though? By just staring?
You know do you remember the Cadbury's advert where they wiggle their eyebrows?
Yeah,
That doesn't sound intimidating.
it doesn't sound intimidating.
Okay, but
Are
can
you
we
gonna
just?
like Austin Powers persuading to get you some orange sherbet?
It's more like when you raise an eyebrow, but she's doing it so intensely that it then sort of like wiggles one to the other.
I mean, two different creatures just staring at him must make him kind of uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like kind
We're
of cock my head
probably
to
not
the side,
intimidated.
cock my head to the side, and quietly say, "My friend here said we're here to see Viper," whilst doing the eyebrow thing.
Okay.
Lost
Whilst
in.
in the eyebrow
I've
thing,
committed to the eyebrow.
you've fully committed. I'm fully sold on it. He goes, okay. Come this way. As he walks you around, so gets you to walk around the side where you go into the entrance thing there. And as you get to the thing, he like pushes a little button that opens a door.
Thank you. And walk through.
Mm-hmm.
A slight nod from Faven as she walks through, trying to conceal her smile.
Nice.
Still trying to mean mug him.
Yeah. As you walk through the door, you hear the door shut and then lock. As you realise this doesn't look familiar at all.
What?
And
You said it was familiar from where we went before.
Yeah, it looked familiar from where you went before, but when you walk through that door, that doesn't look so familiar before. It doesn't look so
I'm
familiar.
pissed.
As you are both locked in what is like just a completely dark entryway. It looked like the top of that stairway, but you can't see the stairs to get out from here. You were just locked in a small room. You can see the door that you came in from, but that you're just in a wooden box.
Zaga says to Faywin, excuse me a minute. Excuse me a minute. And cast Dimension Door and reappears right in front of the barman again.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Dimension Door is just you, right?
I'm too small to take
Oh,
her.
yeah.
With the new rules, I could take her.
Yeah.
With the old rules, I'm too small.
Which ordinarily I would be happy with using, but in this instance, way funnier not to. I'm just trying to work out if I can find a thing. She did it in front of me. Goes, huh! Look, you can't just come in here demanding to see people. I've got rules.
I can't remember. It's still whispering, but aggressively whispering. I can't remember your stupid code word. Let my friend out, and we'll go sit in that booth over there. And I point to the one because I can remember the booth.
Yeah.
That turns around in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll turn around in the wall like we did before, and we'll go and have the meeting that we're supposed to have.
I've already put the call down to downstairs. Someone will be here to see your friend shortly. So I assume if you just stay here, we can get this all sorted out.
Fine.
As it not long after the sentence stops, you see appearing out from that same like area, that same doorway, two red hoods appear out, kind of have a look at the barman. Like I've got their hands on hilts, like ready to draw. One of them was Crag the dwarf, and the other one is another one of the red hoods. As they look, kind of realize who you are. Look towards Olaf, the barman, and kind of give him a nod. They come at you like, "What are you doing? You can't."
I can't remember the stupid code.
Fuck's sake. And he goes, "Right, come with us." As he looks at Olaf, and he goes, "Yeah, there's one in there." As he goes through, open the door. Fabian, as you're just sat in this room in the dark, waiting for.
I am
Zara.
absolutely seething.
As the door.
I come storming out.
Door opens as he's like, whoa, and it's like what you can see is like there is from the door that opens, it seems to be like another bit like the compartment, the thing that spins round, like a compartment box comes out and just blocks the doorway and comes back in. So as he opens it and pops out, it then like shuts it across. It's like not a latch, it's not the right thing, like on a spring loaded almost type thing. So they open and you were just in a single cell. He's like, come on, get out. Like pushes back.
I look at
resets
Faywin
it
and whisper again. See, I told you I'd sorted. It's all good.
It's like, get
Thank you,
downstairs.
Zaga.
As they
I
leave
look at the
downstairs.
barman, and you know when you do the two fingers to your eyes, and then like I'm watching you.
Yep. As you
I
do that
do
to
that
him,
to him.
he just gives you a solitary single finger.
And then I put my thumb to my neck and cross it as if to say like, "You dead."
It's the least intimidating.
It is the least intimidating, but Crag goes, "Hey, we have rules here for a reason. It's for everyone's safety."
I was in a dark, smelly room
Yeah, and you should have been using the code if you are to use Ith Quarters. Viper will be told that you have broken this.
Fine.
As they lead you down the stairways as you come back down. As you come in, you can see there's a few Red Hoods like on guard in the bar area. As the rest of them come through, and Craig's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's just these two fucking idiots." And stood behind him at the back is Viper, who's just like, "Really? What? You go for 2 weeks and you decide to cause a ruckus and give us cause for concern?"
I don't think you ever actually told us the code word.
Well, I mean, you came in via the code word before.
But that was when our friend Karin had the code word, and he's dead.
Ah. Well, that's an unfortunate state of affairs. And she'll sort out to send you the code word. That actually might be the case as to why you don't know. I was like, why do you guys not know it? Yeah, it would have been Corin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you still should have known
Maybe
before you went
sure.
in. Nice. As you go, as she,
Water?
as what? Sorry.
Can we walk towards Viper?
Yeah. She's like, come on then, fucking let's go.
Can
She's like,
Faywin give her a hug?
ooh. Are you gonna go
I
for
know
an
she's not
aggressive hug?
touchy-feely.
She's gonna
No,
roll a
no.
deck save.
Fine.
She rolled a
Would you like
15.
me to roll against you?
Roll an unarmed attack. Beat at 15.
Unarmored attack.
Yeah,
A hug is definitely an unarmed attack.
it's a grapple trick.
17.
17, you win. She sees you come. She's like, "Come on, we've got to go." And she kind of turns to check that where you're going is fine. And as she looks back, you're way too close already. She's like, "What?" As you're around, she's like,
Oh, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, Faywin, Zaga. Rest
Yeah,
of
I'm not going to hug you.
Yeah, no, that's completely fine by my book. Where the rest of you in trouble already, or?
They're waiting on a message of a different kind. We'll fill you in.
Okay, good. Come with me. We've got a lot to catch up on. I assume you've seen our new occupying force.
Yeah, we met them.
Yes.
I've seen them pretty close.
Yes. Well, hopefully not too close. They are quite the brutes. Come. And she takes you into that round room where you've had meetings before and sits down. You can see that there is... she has a small dossier, just like a small file in front of her that she normally has when she's discussing certain things. Whew. So, welcome back to Redvant. How are we doing, everyone? I'm glad to have you back.
Yeah, we got a few different things to discuss with you, but let's start with filling you in. And
Yes.
Zaga will go straight into the refugees and all Earth and being arrested and how the general in that town is racist against dragons.
Mm-hmm. I think she'll try and keep you on track.
All the important bits.
Yeah.
Would you like Faywin to fill you in on the rest before Viper replies to that stuff?
She'll
I'm
reply-
assuming
she'll be
Faywin
taking
will
notes.
Interject with anything that's actually relevant.
Yeah. You can
Or
see she
incorrect.
right goes to write down some notes, crosses them out, waits for you to finish certain sentences, and starts notes again.
Faywin explains about the fact we were coming here with Bo, the druids. They sent a message. They said they need help. We went to see the guards. We explain about the tree person, the fact that the elves didn't look quite what I've seen before and had a slight smell to them, and that's not me being judgmental. It was just something felt a bit off. What else do I tell her? Kind of fill in the bits that Zaga was saying about All Earth that was less dragon racism and more relevant.
Okay.
No offense. And then ask for information about like what is going on.
Yep.
Because whilst we were with the smelly owls, we did notice that they were dragging people to the executioner in High Springs, but also that one of the people that were dragged, it seems to be someone that I've met here or seen here in the Red Hoods.
Yep.
Thing, and then explain what they look like.
Cool. So she's like, "That's good. I mean, you've been here a short while and picked up quite a lot, which is excellent. Let me fill you in on the gaps that maybe you have missed." And then she goes through the same thing. So she says that the elves appeared not long, like days after you guys left. And first reports, they were just seen back in the border area in the Old Bridge. They didn't think anything of it. Thought the elves would just come back. That's all fine. Then the Griffin patrols started happening. Then the patrols in the streets started happening, and then the captures of people started happening. So they were, and they were essentially trying to, as far as she can make out, they were just admitting some kind of law, preaching about cleansing the town. All she can work out from them, their whole impetus thus far has been to come and cleanse Redvant of its disease. So they're trying to work out who the fuck is going on, what the hell's going on. But that's what they got from them. They've taken over Hot Valley, which is where the Executioner's Run comes in. The Hot Valley was where they were building up, where you went and cleared the ghosts out of, is where they were supposed to be building up a really nice little casino and pit of debauchery. That has now been turned into what the elves are calling the Executioner's Run. Some members of the Coven go to the executions there. It's an open event where they essentially set criminals on a dodgeball style run from one end of a thing to the other against whatever foul beasts they can find. So they've seen it. They've had like displacer beasts in there, some deformed. So the beast, they've seen some like deformities of other beasts that are in there, and it's become like a bit of a spectacle. In a way that they weren't expecting at first. So the people of Redvant, whilst repressed, when they go there, they can gamble on it, they can get food, that they're putting on provisions to get the people of Redvant to go to these execution runs, and then they're kind of like gambling and betting on which of the criminals are going to survive. And seeing these pits, they make big speeches about cleansing of Redvant and that criminals need to be killed. But she says that they believe that one of their own has been kind of like running in place of certain, so you can like sacrifice yourself, you can like volunteer as tribute essentially for some. So you find that some people, if like a grandmother has been convicted of a crime, that like one of the younger members of their family will jump in and do the executioner's run so the grandma doesn't get eaten by a shadow panther or a displaced beast. And the Red Hoods have been attending them to keep track of what's going on, but they don't have the power to stop them. You remember the Red Hoods are like a thieves guild, so they operate in the shadows. They were never really an armed force. That was always their issue with fighting anything, is they do it by hitting small areas and finding out information and selling smuggled goods. They're not a warring force. They're not a military force. These guys are a military force. She warns you about the power of some of these elves and what they have capability of. But she does warn you that, she does say that she thinks one of their own has been operating under the guise of they're calling him the Shadow Rider, because he appears to have abilities to appears to have. Did you say lame name?
Maybe.
Fucking, I'm gonna kill
Says
you,
the
Watcher.
Watcher.
Watcher's a cool name. Shut up.
They're called the Shadow Rider.
I completely forgot about my quotes.
They think he's an elf. They think he's one of the elven guards, but no one has been able to like actually identify who he is. But
he's filling in for people.
He's filling in for people.
Like to protect.
He goes to
basically
executioner's runs, yeah, and then he kind of appears from the crowd, volunteers, and then at the end disappears very quickly. Where the elves, they have cottoned on to him for one, because it's weird that he keeps throwing himself in there and throwing himself in front for people, and two, because the elves they think the elves don't like whoever this person is and want to get rid of him. So for them, they're like, this is a potential ally in there somewhere. He potentially is an elf, from what we can see. We can't identify who he is, but the elves don't seem to like him, so therefore enemy of my enemy is my friend. So they've been trying to find out who this Shadow Runner is, Shadow Rider is, but cannot pin him down.
Saga will say, "Tell me about the pirates."
Pirates. She's like, that's Hot Valley. The Cloud Ports of stock. The Cloudport, I don't think you ever went to the Cloudport. Cloudport was north of where the brewing area was.
I know.
There is no, it's where the transport ships, where you would have come into the city, Saga. You'd have got the ship would have landed in there. It's where transport ships come in. There are blockades, and she reminds you that you were working with who was it? I can't remember who the freaking
right.
was. The guy you were working with on the. Unless it was the pirate, the ship's harbour master. I'll find out the Red Hood you were working with. But you were working with one of the Red Hoods to sort out and find out what that's happening with these pirate ships. But what essentially happened is these pirates have also cottoned on to whether they're working with the elves, they don't think, but they're more likely that they're just piling on the pressure, noting that there's a weakness. They are blocking transport ships, taking prisoners, taking cargoes, blocking imports and exports, taking their shares of stuff, generally just not letting trade go in and out of the Cloudport. They're not based in the Cloudport, but they're based close enough to shore that they can block ships coming in. So there's these pirates that they haven't had the time to get into. Also, she says the mission you were helping with didn't go to plan, so therefore they don't have as much information as they possibly could have.
And now, tell me about the turtle. You were going to arrange a meeting for me.
The turtle, Oswell. Oswell is leaving quickly, so they try to arrange. Oswell, they had some contact with Oswell and given him like rights to an area in the port area, a safer area that was like away from where the pirates were. So he is the circus itself is based from a ship in the port area, and they were working to try and get this meeting set up with them. They had arranged some stuff, but then it's all fallen to shit because Oswell is pulling the circus out early. So it's good that you're here, so they can try and get you. They can get you into the circus show, but she has not guaranteed a spot with Oswell because.
Does he think he can make it past the pirates?
He's gonna try. So Oswell is here, scared and packing up.
All right, that brings us up to date, I think. Faywin, is there anything else?
This shadow man.
Mm-hmm.
You say he turns up. Does he turn up every time, or just sometimes?
They got rumors from the first couple. There's like multiple times a week. There is an executioner's run. Again, depending on how many people they're capturing and whatever they're capturing for. They oh, my thing is just turned off. They think he's there, but doesn't always. They don't know how he's picking or who he's jumping in for. So they just know that the executioner's run is where with the best chance to find and try and identify who the Shadow Rider is.
And you say that people go there and they gamble and kind of take bets on who will win. So it's safe to go there to watch as a spectator.
Potentially, if you're not known to, the guards, if you're not known to the elves, yes. But they tend to take in the commoners, give them some light food, give them a little bit of drink, and then let them gamble their money, and they can come away with a bit richer and live for another week.
When you say we're not known to the guards, do you mean in a negative way or just in general? Do you feel that you don't know? Okay.
Oh, there is one other thing. That little river crossing area just outside the city, it's empty. I've got the keys to 2 businesses. Do you want to buy them?
She laughs. Buy 2 businesses.
Well, buy the properties off me. I've got the keys.
I don't think having the keys gives you the rights to sell the properties.
Well, the owner of the bar is most definitely dead. The inn.
Oh, okay.
He turned into some kind of weird creature and tried to kill us.
Yeah, that's been happening.
And the owner of the little shop, he is either eaten or he left.
Yeah, we were made aware that the shop was the trader had gone missing. No, I mean we're not really in the business at the moment of buying up additional shops or properties. At the moment, we've got a few problems on the doorstep, but if you have the keys, that's great. I would just beware that keys doesn't necessarily mean ownership. And
possession is 9/10 of the law.
Oh, yes, that's great. So I think the Coven actually own most of the businesses that operate in and around. So you can bring that up with them if you'd like.
Well, ask them if they want to buy the keys off me.
She smacks. I won't be doing that. You can't. Yeah, that's not really how that works. So in the city, though, so that's everything that you guys have brought in. Everything we've updated on, bar your refugee situation.
Yeah, where are the refugees? I expected to see them.
Yes, as far as we are aware, most of them had come in and started to settle in the Old Bridge area. It was the widest, most open area, bar the damage caused by whatever it was that you fought down there. It was able to house a lot of the people that come in, with the rest of them moving into either got accommodation on the outside of the wall or just inside in the slum town. Where the slum town isn't the best. Doesn't have the most amount of space for housing people. But we have slowly seen them disappear from. We haven't been able to get into Old Bridge for a while, and the rest of them have been slowly disappearing. We are worried that they are potentially being held captive, or worse than that, being used in another way. There are rumours that there are these elves are potentially sacrificing people to something, for something. We are unsure.
Zaga looks at Fabian as she's an elf. Like, the fuck are these elves doing?
This is not an elf thing, Zaga. This is absolutely not. And Viper, that kind of brings us full circle as to why we're so worried about our druid companion who travelled down here with us. They have.
He knows Bo. He stayed here for a while.
Bo,
Yeah,
you
really,
remember Bo, Viper?
Yes. He was very helpful with information.
Yes, and he continues to be, and if we're to defeat the Death Bloom and to try and bring some order back to this area so that, even down to the things like trade coming back to Redvant to remove the Eden Elm, he is absolutely vital to part of that. Do you have any idea where, he came and I explained about exactly where they were coming into the camp. He sent me a sending stone saying, not going as planned, need help. We went there, we saw nothing. We just saw a cart that could potentially be his. Any thoughts?
Nothing that's going to be good. Your friend could well be in a lot of danger. We honestly do not know what their relationship is outside. If you are coming in and saying that this is a surprise, and is a surprise to those of the Commonwealth as well, then the elves are operating rogue. So he may be okay being as an emissary of the Druids if the elves are going to abide by their previous arrangements, their previous relationships with the Commonwealth. Then there should be a relationship that would protect him. Ordinarily, had Bo, who was working with the Sylvan Dark, had he turned up, I'm sure he would have been fine. But
my fear is that it's not ordinary, Viper.
It definitely.
There was something off about those elves.
We've never seen. We have. The Griffin Riders patrolling is not good, but the Griffins would only normally be when the higher ups from Eden would make their way, when Sylvanas and the like would make her way to the border control. But she has been stationed in Redvant. In the Old Bridge area now, we believe, for the best part of a week and a half.
Yeah, that's who we're trying to meet with, because she met with us before and we know her.
So you've told her that you were in the city?
Well,
Von Van has sent word for her.
And you've told her that you are staying where?
In the
Druid's
Druids.
Grove.
Oh, the
Place,
Druid's Grove.
don't worry. I've even booked a room. Viper, you'd be really proud of me actually. I booked a room under Von Van's name so that if they were to go looking, they would know that we are staying there.
Yeah. That okay. We're up to date. I would suggest that you maybe get back and find Von Van. As you say, this is all very strange. This is very unlike anything we've seen, but the world seems a very strange place right now. We are fighting problems on all fronts. What with innocents being executed in Hot Valley in our own property, with the pirates on the borders, and now this elven force just taking druids that come in to help, along with the problems we were already seeing with the death bloom that you'd reported before. Mutations, strange goings on, people turning into weird goo. So we are kind of spread thin here right now. There are a few things that I could definitely do with your help with. The getting the person you had mentioned as being captured, we know about. We know they will be going to the executioner's run, we believe, on the next run, which will be in a few days' time. We could definitely do with a distraction and trying to release the young Red Hood from the execution run, or helping him at least complete it himself. But I think the pressing matter for now will be for you guys to understand, do you leverage your relationship with Sylvanas and find out what's going on, or is that indeed walking into the belly of the beast? How well do you believe your relationship will hold up if this person has been altered? They seem hell-bent on cleansing Redvant, and if you are known, are you known for good or known for bad?
They only know us for helping go into the forest and find lost elves.
So
We,
I hope good.
that is a decision that you will have to make. Please do not include the Red Hoods in that.
Oh goodness no.
We do not
Absolutely
have the firepower to take on the elves in a frontal assault. So we will continue managing the different areas. Like I say, we can get you in, Zaga, to... we can get you all into the Oswell's before Oswell leaves, if that is still of a priority to you. We had a deal, and I will not be one to renege on a deal, but we only have a few days to get you into one of the shows for them. We definitely need help with the Executioner's run, and then anything you can find out about what is going on with the elves would be very useful. She's like, we have things we can do to help. We have properties across Redfern and obviously the tunnels at your disposal. So please do let me know. But unfortunately, for manpower, we are struggling.
We'll be back to discuss the circus, but right now we should get back to the Druid's Grove. I got a
think so.
performance.
Viper, will you send word when you know exactly when the executioner's run will be?
I will 100% make sure. Oh, and if you are, will you be staying here or in Druid's Grove?
Can you have rooms ready for us? There's
we
not
have
really
bunks.
space in the Druid's Grove.
We have bunks. They were already provided. Once I knew you were arriving, we had the space cleared. Although there, we have got Red Hoods all over the place at the moment, so there is ample space for you to stay. Unfortunately, the food selection isn't what it was. Even us here in the headquarters don't get all the food that we once had. But you'll be safe here at least as long as nobody knows where we are.
Will there be duck?
Unfortunately, a lot of the duck were culled after that 7-headed duck turned up. It was the citizens kind of got wind that there was this beast, and I think a lot of the ducks were just... No, the pond was sad for a little while. I think they were all gone.
Zaga looks disappointed.
Viper, would you be able to remind us of the password? I don't really want to be locked in the cupboard.
She 100% tells you what it is, and then I will tell you what it is.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's go, Faywin.
It died with Corin.
Sure. And also, Viper, when things die down, I've got some business for you, but let's deal with the pressing matters first.
Yes.
I want to see a special tankard.
I want to see your special tankard.
Something along those lines.
Yeah. Yeah, you had asked. It was you. I've got it written down somewhere. I think did I send it just to you? I can't remember if I did. I wrote it down. Yeah. But yes, we can say you now know what it was. I just thought it'd be funny to check if you knew what it was because I knew I couldn't find it. Cool. As you guys make your way back, so outside the front of the Druid's Grove, Vaughn, can you give me a perception check?
Yeah. That is a 23.
23. You blend between crowds, kind of like on the outskirts of people having drunken conversations where you're just another face in the crowd that no one quite notices. You pass the team and keep an eye out for what you might see. You see, you lose sight for a bit, the patrols, but then you see that you catch like the odd glimpse of like a wing here or there, which lets you know that the riders appear to be going into the night. This isn't just a daytime operation. They are using whatever vision that you have, and you know that a lot of the races of the realm have night vision and dark vision and stuff anyway, so it's not overly a surprise, and they're on beasts that obviously will have keen vision as well. But yeah, so you know that they are still patrolling. You don't see any guard patrols. You see 1 or 2 guard patrols that come up and around. The guard patrols are going across the entirety of Redvant. You saw one in the south. You would have, because you took the tunnels on your way to there, you didn't see any here. You see them, and they, with the 23, you kind of count the regularity. None of them seem that interested. They have a little look at the Druid's Grove to check that nothing is untoward, nothing's going on. They don't make any arrests out here. They're not dragging anyone through the streets at this time. But you see them probably operating in the day on about a 15-minute cycle. You see a patrol. And a patrol is anywhere between 4 and 6. And then as it gets later into the evening, you see that extend up to about every half an hour you see a patrol. And at night the patrols are on that smaller side of the 4 to 6. As you see fully geared, again, fully armed up. And then those brutish, larger ones that always seem to be in some amalgamation, like 1s, 2s of each, that are walking through the streets. Don't really communicate or talk to anyone. They're keeping an eye on what's going on. But yeah, you just get the view that they are patrolling everywhere. That you would take away that anywhere in this city above ground, you could bump into them. You get the feeling that nowhere feels safe. They'll pop out of different alleyways and they're taking different routes, but the regularity at which they're coming around and like the areas in which they're patrolling, you can see that this is like a full patrol of Redvant that they are performing as foot soldiers. That seems to, although it slows down, seems to go on through the night as well with aerial support. This is a full lockdown of a city, but none of them come towards Druid's Grove. As you, with your 20 perception, catch the sight of Faywin and Zaga making their way back to the inn.
Hi. We have a lot to discuss, but we need somewhere private to talk about it. Any word from Eden? People?
No, I've seen many patrols going round, but none have come this way. Come looking for me, so.
We've said that we'll stay where we originally planned to. I'll tell you about the fact that I was in a cupboard, but luckily Zag got me out. But yes, not the time to discuss, but we have some things we must do over the next few days.
Okay. I will. I mean, so you're heading back there tonight then?
I could only book one room here. It's bloody full.
Depending on if anyone shows up tonight, I may stay here while the rest of you go back there.
Yes, of course.
I've got the room here, so how much are you for that?
7 gold.
Oh, it's quite expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, they're sold out.
You just shark, fucking fun.
I did.
Just scamming
Insight
it.
check.
Scamming him.
One's not expecting her to scam him, so
As Von takes out the 7, I only take 2 out of his hand.
The guilt's too much.
I look at her like,
I tried my luck. You should have seen me. I was so intimidating. I thought I had a new personality trait, but I can't do that to you. It was only 2.
okay.
I think it was only 2, wasn't it? It was only 2.
Yeah, it was too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 1 for a cocktail and 2 for a room for that.
Yeah.
I kind of just glare at Faywin a bit and it's like,
Well, if you're going to glare at me, I'll take the old bloody lot.
I put the rest of the gold back in my pocket.
Can I sweat a fan to take it out of his pocket?
You can carry on trying to steal from each other all night long. Nice. As you
Agger looks at them both. He's like, "While you two keep flirting,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back in there."
you can hear it
and
starting
get
to
my
get rowdy.
performance.
As the door opens, you can hear the crowd is starting to get a bit more raucous. Like the drinks have been flowing for a while. People are pissed.
And I see Otter and Arthur anyway.
Arthur's at the front of the stage dancing along.
I was at the bar just watching Arthur dance.
I'm not a super fan.
I'm warming up.
Nice. So you all, the elves coming inside?
I will.
I'm going to continue to hang outside.
Okay, you can see it's outside. The rest of you can get ready for the big performance as you are back in as you make your way back in. The guys see the scouting fee, see you come back in as they start getting through. They take a small break to get themselves ready, and then call you up to the stage, Zaga, as Thundertap presents you grandly as like a bit of a piss take with the wargun. It's like, turns out Thundertap had a wargun just for you.
Just for me? Now this is a real nice war gun.
Yeah, it turns out he said we should have given you this to we were supposed to bring that to help you with whatever you were doing, but then you like disappeared and pissed off and didn't want any help, so he just held on to it because he thought.
So you've just been holding it for 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, he thought you said you didn't need any help, so he said he didn't need to give it to you, and I told him he's an idiot. He's like, you said you didn't need any help. We said we'll give you help, and I knew I had it, and you said I don't want any help from you guys. I'm getting out of here, so I held on to it.
Zaga looks annoyed, but he gives it a quick tap to see how it sounds.
The resin. It's a small wargong. It's not like you're just gonna be. It's not like cowbell. You know, it's gonna be like dong 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 and just ruin it. It's small enough that it fits. It fits well for playing as a musical instrument. It's got like more of probably like a steel drum ability than of just a wargong itself, so it can be used to finesse as a magical weapon. As they get you up on stage, as soon as you've got it, he turns around. Sizzlestrom turns around. He's like, "Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special introduction for you tonight. Our little baby Wagawoon all the way from the islands with his special gong. Now it's been said that Wagawoon can make a grown man cry with this, or a grown man piss his pants. But we'll find out which one of y'all's gonna piss and which one's you're gonna cry tonight. Let's get somebody else go one. And he just starts screaming as he goes through, and he's like, "What?" It's like from the tap starts banging out the drums, getting it all kicked up. He's like, "Remember, we take tips all the way through the night. Let's go!" And they just kick off into it. They just start playing and hope you're gonna catch up. So, can you give me a performance check, please?
Performance.
As they are playing songs that you are aware of, but they have just launched into a set that they've been playing night on night that you have got to try and keep pace with.
I'm dancing at the front as well, so I'll do mine.
Yeah.
Performance is 25.
25, nice. As they kick in, it takes you like a few beats to get in, but then you're quickly in with them, and then the round starts going. What's that?
I got an 18 with my performance check for mine.
How are you dancing?
So what's the kind of theme of the music?
It's like Irish jig.
Irish jig, okay.
With the wargle.
Yeah. So I'm going to do techno rave style dancing.
Yeah, nice.
Just like on the beats of the war gong, I do like proper sort of arm movements and
Give
stuff.
it for I like it.
Give it large, like the techno Viking.
The techno Viking,
Battle
that's
meme.
exactly what I thought. Yeah,
That's the exact vibe I'm getting.
Full, nice.
Zaga nods to whichever of the group is closest to Arthur to try and drag him up onto the bar.
Would he? It would be tight. So for the kobolds being on the bar and then being there, it's not too like you've got a decent bit of headroom. If Arthur gets on there, his head's gonna be very close to the ceiling. He can definitely do it, but it's gonna be a squeeze.
He hits his head and gets concussed.
There might be some chances for people to fall off the bar at this point. Nice. So you have a 1 pass. Cool. So as you get on the bar, you got an 18 as well, which is good. As you carry on playing through, carry on drinking. Can you both, with an 18, both roll me individual just D20s?
At 13, lucky number.
13.
That is another 18.
18. You pick up 13 silver pieces, and Arta, you pick up 18 silver pieces as you are techno-Vikinging with a little pouch instead, and people are just like chucking coins like off your armor, ding, ding, into your. Have you got your suit on, or you get your armor?
My suit is on underneath my armor.
Okay, so they're like pinging as you're dancing. They're like pinging the silver off your armor into like a pouch for you to collect as you are just making money by dancing.
I like to think that my cape's billowing and it's going into the pockets of my cape.
Even better. Catching it and going. You see, as you are collecting,
I'm
and
like dancing in time to catch it.
The rest of the Scouts Infinity, you can see as they're looking down, and like obviously they're collecting cash at the same time. But they, it's like you can see as they're looking at Arta collecting money off the back of like their performance. That like Sizzlestrom gets a bit of a fucking ass. But you can feel there's like a bit of an ass about him. He's like, what the fuck? He's just fucking dancing and taking our money. What the fuck? As they carry on for the second round, as people get more and more wasted. Give me another performance check, please. Will you be drinking as you go along as well?
Yes.
Nice.
I will be as well.
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
So mine's a straight roll, I guess, because I get damage.
Yeah.
That's 4.
Oh, nice.
With disadvantage, 26.
26. Nice. That's fucking well above the threshold. Roll another d20. Arta, you with a 4, you realize as you're dancing, like you're getting like, oh my god, my head is like thumping as you're like, I didn't drink that much. Like, oh my god. You realize Thunder Tap has just been told to stand behind you, and he's like, his drum is like the big belly drum. In most cases, he's got it sideways. He's just twatting that thing behind, like right behind your head, and it takes you a little while to realise that they are trying to sabotage you a little bit into not making as much money, so you don't make as much as well.
Would I, given my high intensity and my lack of exercise, would it be fair to say that I'm also starting to develop a cramp?
You've been dancing for a long time, and you've only really been drinking alcohol, so yeah, it's quite hot to be dancing in armour. You can stop dancing if you want, but yeah, you feel like there's a little bit of like passive aggressiveness coming from the Scales Infinity. What did you roll when you do 20?
13.
13. You get 13 gold pieces as they go through the night, and you can turn the through. And you play on into the evening with the rest of the guys as they're singing up. They start like it gets. You stop playing at a certain point where like the music they just have other music playing, like have music boxes that play on other songs as it gets late into the evening. And it just gets completely raucous. So it's up to you guys how long you want to stay and drink for. But like they're like Sizzlestrom is doing like belly slides down the bar through alcohol. Like they're getting loads of free drinks that they're drinking. These guys just live like little kobold kings, getting absolutely shit faced. Every evening here. So as the music starts to die down and the performances go off and the music box goes up, the lights come out, it becomes very techno disco in here, and the music is blaring. It's up to you guys how much gold you want to spend on drinks and how long you stay at the Druid's Grove into the evening.
Zaga will turn to... Oh, sorry, go on.
Mm-hmm.
No, you go first because you said you're turning to someone.
I'm turning to Otter and I'm saying, no wonder these bastards wouldn't come and meet us in our earth. Look at this! Living the high life over here. While we're fighting and shit.
In shit.
I guess Otter just nods. Zaga buys around for him and Otter.
I'm just, I've had enough alcohol drinks. I don't want to go too far this time.
This time? Wasn't even you. You don't know what this time?
I mean, Arta's got drunk before, and it's
yeah.
Arta is embarrassed by his second round of performance. It was going so well, and he just he doesn't know whether it's the drink or his body failing him, but he is embarrassed and tries to make a stealthy exit to go back to
nice
Vipers, the Vunks at the Vipers.
Cool.
Zaga will keep drinking with the other kobolds. drinks are coming in free, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, there's just like drinks that are just on the bar that you're just like, no, just drink this and it's fine. Go. It's very like the night with Corin, but like turned up to 11, and that was already pretty raucous. Elves.
Otter's seeing Zaga doing it. He's like, maybe somebody needs to stay in control. So he's kind of been like in Zaga's mind, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
At the earliest convenience, or earliest opportunity, I should say, Faywin leaves the bar. Probably after seeing Arta's second performance, because she just can't even make eye contact with him. She feels the cringe.
He's watching Arta just like sweating profusely and then start to cramp up as he's Viking disco dancing. Yeah. Viking
And can only imagine the sweat in the clothes under his armor.
Oh yeah, a full suit under a set of armor, and it's like the sort of bar you go into when you walk in. It like at this point, it smells warm. Like you feel the heat and the like.
It's just humidity.
Oh yeah.
It's an O'Neill's at 2 a.m. It's time to leave.
It's full
Can we make an additional point that when I get to bed, I clean off my armor so it doesn't.
So it doesn't stink. Yeah, if you remember.
No, not stink. I don't care about the stink. The rust.
Oh, okay, even better.
Yeah.
When I go outside, I assume that Von's been outside this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to head back to Vipers. Are you going to stay here?
Yeah, I'll at least stay here until the others leave as well.
Okay, probably for the best. You didn't miss much with Arta's dancing. I'll tell you about that tomorrow as well.
Can't wait to hear about that.
At this point, a very drunk Zaga will come out, double fisting cocktails, just thrust one at Von.
No, I'm good, Zaga. Thank you.
Just have a drink. It's free. It's good.
Fayon looks at Zaga and then back up Von and says, "More tragic than the Eden Elves in Elvish."
And Zaga also has a wargong strapped to his back now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, good luck as I look at Zaga.
Good night.
At some point,
Cocktail.
At some point during the night, you feel the walker. You turn the walker upside down, just pour lots of different cocktails into it. Just use it as a giant drinking bowl. So at that point, Otto, you're like, oh yeah, maybe he doesn't do much. So, Arta sneaks off. Faywin's gone back. Von, what you are staying outside until when? So this is going to go on till like early hours of the morning. We're going like, okay, it's midnight now. So 1 o'clock, who's going? 2 o'clock, who's going? 3 o'clock, who's going?
I'm going to continue staying outside. Or I'll probably go and grab like another non-alcoholic drink.
No, I'll bring another drink out to you. Wink, wink.
Fuck's sake.
just the one. Just to keep the chill off you. Not enough to get you pissed.
Uh-huh.
And I say
Pirate measures.
I say, you might want to keep an eye out for Zaga. He's gonna be rough.
I mean, he couldn't even bring two words together a minute ago, so...
I mean, if you want, I could kind of carry him home.
I mean, I'm sure one of us is going to have to at some point, right?
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll make my way back into the bar and I'll just pick up Zaga. Strapped to his back.
Oh,
I just grab the wargong and sort of lift him up off the wall.
Kobolds are all grouped together, singing loudly at the top of their voice, not in tune anymore, not giving a shit. Just singing some kind of draconic song.
Yeah. As you go round to, so yeah, this would be going on thing. As Otto, you and Von go outside to, realize that Zaga needs help. Go back inside where you had heard Zaga singing, but you can no longer see Zaga. Zaga, can you give me a stealth roll, please?
Stealth. Oh, I've done it on D&D Beyond for some reason. 19.
19, nice. Your passive's so low, right?
Yeah,
As you look, as you go in, like, we're gonna have to go and grab him. You go over, go to grab, and you realise, like, okay, Funneltop's there, Scissor Trump's there. You can look, Flicker Fruit's a bit more calm, sat over in the corner. Zaga is nowhere to be seen.
Like, can I just imagine, like, I pick them up off the floor one by one and start looking at them. So,
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck? It was like, because literally, like, he was just here, but it's like, I've seen him, and then you've, like, pushed your way through a crowd of people at a bar, got there, and you're like, how the fuck? You were just here, what the hell? And you're looking at him, as you go to try and find out from them, the rest of them are like, and you can see they're all shit-faced and incoherent. But Zaga is nowhere to be seen.
Dun, dun, dun. Where's Bagger?
Yeah, but I've gone for a piss, or he's drinking a drink. I don't know.
I'll go check the toilet.
Nice. So yeah, you can go searching for. You will search for like 10 or 15 minutes. There is no sign of Zaga inside this establishment.
I'll go back out and relay that to Vaughn. Zaga's disappeared.
Fuck. Like,
His
I
brothers are
haven't-
in there, still drinking, having fun.
I haven't
He's-
seen him come out here.
No. You still got the key for your room? He's not swiped it, has he?
Can I check for the key to my room? See if I've still got it.
Still got the key.
Still got the key? Yeah, I've still got the key.
Maybe we just missed him and he's headed off already. I guess I'll make my way back and see if he's there. You keep an
Okay.
eye out from here.
Yeah.
And I will help head back to the hideout.
Yeah, you trace your way back to the Redhead's HQ, and as you're like staggering through, just like checking that he hasn't like fucking fallen down the alleyway and fallen asleep stuff. As you're looking, you don't see any signs that he's come this way. Initial signs. You could do more a better investigation check, but you are also pissed. So you're like at some point you're just like, he'll be all right. He turns up. He always turns up, right? As you make your way back, get yourself in. You can see Arthur has taken off his armor and had half taken out the sweat on it, and then left it, and then fallen asleep in full suit. So the armor was off, but the suit was still on.
I'll press his face on the armor and I'll just
Yeah.
leave it.
Kick it
Okay.
As
Vaughn.
he's doing that, I'm like, can you do the suit as well? Because it's a bit.
No, that's what I was. I wasn't doing Arthur.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
doing the suit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, that's nice. That's fucking actually 6 spells. That'd be well good to have.
Farin, have you seen Zaga? Is he back? He disappeared.
What do you mean he disappeared?
Well, he was pretty drunk, and I thought it was a good idea that I'd basically carry him home. I went into the bar. His brothers were there, but he wasn't. So
Did
I
you?
assumed he'd come back here.
No, he hasn't been with me since we came back from Viper. But how long ago did he go missing?
I don't know. How long would it take me to get here?
What, about 10, 15 minutes?
I don't know, about half an hour ago. Bear in mind, it's taking me 15 minutes to get here.
Did you check that he wasn't like being sick or anything out the back? Or...
Yeah, I went to the bathroom, checked if he's in the bathroom. Couldn't see him. His brothers didn't know where he was, but they were pretty blind drunk, so it's pretty not really much information.
Goodness sake. With everything happening in this city, town, where Redvant, we've lost Zaga.
He'll turn up, you know what he's like.
Well,
Fun.
he'll probably turn up in the hands of the Eden Guard, so I'm not speaking to you about this now. Oh,
There's not Sundale in Redvant, right?
Vaughn, you are outside the front. So 15, 20 minutes has passed. You hear a scream from like to your left-hand side. So as where the placement of the pub is, to the direction it's coming from is the road that leads up towards the cloud port. And it's a road that you would see the guards marching on as well. It's a fairly main road, but you hear a scream from that corner. Female scream, very loud, very panicked. As you hear a few people like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But again, you're now talking, it's like 2 a.m. So the people that are cognizant are or here are not conscious and they're fucked up. So they're like, "Ooh!" As people are looking around, they've got no way to pinpoint what's going on. You being sober can hear exactly where the screams come from
Can
in
I
that direction.
get a good look at what's going on over there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get up to the corner. Give me a perception check.
That is a 14.
14, nice. Your true sight will help with this. You can see there are there looks to be like a youngish like couple, like a male and a female, human or half elf, stood. The woman is shaking and is closer to you. You can see that the man is the other side, and as you can see, that she's like holding herself and shaking. She's looking down at a figure that is on the floor. There's someone like laid out on the floor.
I will rush over.
As you start to rush over and see, you
Better look of what's on the floor.
you get within about 20 foot, 15, 20 foot of it, because this was probably like 40, 50 foot around, like round the corner and up the road. As you get around the corner and as you get within about 20 foot, two things you notice. One, you can see a guard patrol coming from the opposite end, about 60 foot away from you, likely alerted to the scream. The second thing you notice is the body on the floor is completely covered in blood. There seems to have been like chunks taken out of like the stomach area and like round maybe one of like the legs, but the body is just completely covered in blood, and it looks like there was either something has attacked this and left it, or was eating it and it's left it. But it's a human body.
Human body.
Mm-hmm. The guards are starting to you can see the guards are coming down towards this couple that had just stood by this body.
I kind of panic and go towards the guards, trying to get them to come over as quick as possible.
Okay. So you go over to them and say what?
Just say that I heard the scream and then came over and just found the body here.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's been ripped to shreds. Never seen anything like it.
They will, as they are marching that way anyway. So as you're walking with them, they're marching towards the two that are there. You see that they fan out. The larger brute stands right behind you. Another one stands behind the two couple that are there. As the two guards, the other two elven guards that are there, look down and looks back to you. He's like, "When you just found this body? Who is this? Who knows who this person is?" As they look around, as he kind of looks towards you as being the person that instigated a chat with them.
I don't know who it is. I was standing outside the Druid's Grove and I heard the scream down this road. I don't know if these people know who it is.
As you kind of look over, you can see the woman starts breaking down. The guy that's there, his eyes are just like wide open, and he's just like, "He's my friend. Yeah, it's my. We were just drinking in the pub, and as he looks, and he's like, "Did you see what did this?" And he's like, "Did you see what did this?" And they're like shouting him as the brute just like holds this guy behind, and he's like, "Murders on the streets in Redvant. This is why this place needs to be cleansed. It's filthy. Someone will pay for this." As he's shouting out into the street at 2 a.m. About what's going on. As then the brute goes to hold you still, and the other two there. As he's like, "We will need to take details from you now." He's like, the other one comes in and starts to takes down your name, takes down where you're staying. Would you tell him exactly where you are staying and what your name is? Or would you lie?
I've already said to him before that I'm staying in Druid's Grove, so
Cool.
I will just repeat that information to him.
Nice. So you give him your name, your information, and he takes it from the other guys. And you can hear these guys are they're from Redvant, just from somewhere within like from in the cattleways, and they were just youngish, like early 20s. They were been out drinking. They were trying to like scrap together some money, and their friend have been brutally murdered. As the first guy is walking around just giving this speech about that Redvant is a disease that needs to be purged, that they're the cleansers here, that the Silver and Dark Border Control are here to help the people, and if you work with them, that you will be spared and you will be cleansed, and they will find whoever perpetrated this, whoever killed this person, they will bring him to justice. And he's just giving this speech out, full like gladiator style, 2 a.m, walking around the street, just shouting into the air. You, for the first time, will get close sight of one of the Griffin Riders. As this calling out within the night calls down one of the guards, as one stays up high, starts to circle about 40 foot in the air, 40, 50 foot in the air, as another one comes down, and you see that these are indeed Griffins. They're on the back of them, like kind of shackled in, are versions of the guard force, very similar in armaments with the big plumes. They have these long, like slit up spears. Like it looks like a sword, actually, just like a super long elongated sword that they have. And as they come down low, you can see that they have the ability to get some decent reach from this thing as it lands down. You can see the Griffin itself. Griffin looks fairly normal. As a Griffin, but you can see as the riders on there again, they have the pale face, look to be elven, quite large as they comes down, and you can hear them having a conversation in Elvish just about what's going on, what needs to be cleared, like what's going to happen with the body. As he looks up to the sky in front, the Griffin walks forward, puts its claws to grab the body, and just takes off and just lifts the dead carcass up, and just flies off of it into the sky. As they are watching around. Once they take all your details, you've given the right details, they let you guys go. As the guy finishes his speech, the whole thing takes probably about like 5-10 minutes as they carry on their patrol back down towards the south, towards the main gate. But yeah, that was you could see close up the kind of the full armaments of these elves.
Did I get the same sort of aura that I got from by the gate?
Yes.
With this group as well.
Yeah. As soon as you were up close, giving you information, you could feel that there was that like aura there.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, they let you go. They let the other two go. They're taking all the details down and they carry on their patrol south, just leaving behind as they kind of literally just walk off and leave behind. The body's been carried off by this griffin and leaving behind this just blood-stained cobblestones. As this young couple are still there, kind of just like in complete shock that in a 10-minute sequence they found someone dead. The guards have turned up, they've taken them, they've given their details, and then they're pissed off. And left you there as well.
No signs of dragon claws on his body, were there?
No one asked.
Tastes like duck.
I'll try and comfort them too, as any way I can. Try and help them get out of like the state of shock,
Mm-hmm.
and then head back to the pub. And at this point, probably would head up to the room.
You can see it starting to wind down in and out. That with the sight of like guards turning up, a lot of people use that as like that's the like, okay, I've had enough, time to go home. Guards are turning up. There's then rumors that like people are like, oh, there was a dead person around the corner. Like all of that has been part as the guard land. Like a griffin comes down and land, people from that pub are going to have a look. So as you get back, you can feel like mood's been killed. Let's wrap this one up. This is a early night maybe for the Druid's Grove. We don't want to get in any more trouble than we might be in.
As it's died down a bit, can I have one last little look around, see if I can find Zaga,
Mhm.
and if not, then just go up to the room.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
That is an 11.
11. As you look, you can see you can't even see all of the kobolds. Like some of them have already peeled off to go to bed. But as you're looking around the cloakrooms, like behind the bar, in the toilets, no sign of him. Upstairs in the rooms out there, kind of try and get like a feel, listen out, nothing.
Okay, I'll go to the room, hoping / assuming that he's gone back to the pistol.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So you'll go to sleep, and morning comes round. Saga,
Yes.
you wake in the morning and you feel good. Like, you shouldn't feel good. Like, I mean, you had a great time playing the instruments with your brothers. Like, you remember the night was good. You remember drinking so much, and then you just remember being really, really hungry. Like, oh, I've had too much. I just need to eat some food. I need to get myself set, and I'll be all right in the morning. And you're surprised because whatever it was you ate has made you feel amazing this morning. You feel fantastic this morning as you wake up.
Where do I wake up?
You wake up in the room, the room that like is off the green room where your brothers are staying.
Okay. Is there any as I examine myself, clean? Is there any kind of blood or anything on me?
As you look down, you were like, full on. You look down your hands, and your hands are bloody. As you look up, your brothers are sat at the end of like their bunk, just staring at you.
Where are you staring at? What happened?
Oh, Zaga, man, wow, what happened to you?
We were drinking.
He's like, take a look at yourself. And he like points you to like, this room is like a real shoddy little room. It's like a few bunks, like bean bags probably they're almost sleeping on. And then there's like a sink, like a wash basin and like a very, very hazy mirror in the corner.
Yes, I will check myself out in the mirror.
As you go around, and like I say, you feel really good. But as you go around and check yourself, your entire face is just like nose deep in blood, like smeared all the way across. Like you've just been chowing down.
What happened? Where did this come from?
So you came back. You disappeared. You went to get some food from what Thunderdad was saying, and then you came back hours later, and you were talking all weird. You didn't sound like you, man. You had like a deep voice, and you were talking about being sated and that you were better now that you were fed, and but then they were talking like there was a dead human outside, man. Did you eat that? Did you eat that girl?
Why would I eat? No, of course I didn't. I probably went to the duck pond.
Yeah, you probably went to the duck pond. That makes more sense. You clearly caught one because you were talking real weird, man.
I don't know. It must have been the drink. I don't know what. And Zaga turns to look in the mirror again, and then starts scrubbing blood off himself frantically.
You look, as you like scrubbing, and they're like looking at you. You look back towards your bed. You realise you like slept as well, curled up on top of your war gong that was just spilled with all of your coins. Like you'd emptied your purse, all the earnings, all the coins you get your hold on. You'd like poured them into this upside down war gong like a dish, and like curled up on top of it like it was a pillow, arms around it. And you can see where the blood is stained across some of the coins where you've just like had your face in there. It's just been dripping out into them.
Zaga is panicky, but continues to wash himself first. I must have gone to the duck pond and got a duck.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I would have eaten. Why? Kobolds don't eat people.
No, exactly. Exactly. You don't eat people. That's fine, right?
You've never eaten a person. I've never eaten a person.
No, you just. As long as you went to the duck pond. That's what you did. You were hungry.
Yeah, I must have gone to the duck pond.
And you see like Sidstrom like hits Thundertap, who's just like wide-eyed, just staring at you, quite afraid. He's like, no, don't worry. He's Zaga. He went to the duck pond. You know this little skank. He's always trying to steal food where he can. He don't wait for it to
Yeah.
be cooked like anybody else. Just
That makes
shut
sense.
down. But yeah,
And while Zach is saying it makes sense, he's not entirely sure it happened that way.
when you're looking at yourself, as you're like trying to feel inside to the thing, you definitely feel a strength. You definitely feel good. Like that's the weird thing. It's like as they're saying it, you're kind of like no, but inside you're like yes, you do feel good. Oh, you feel stronger. You feel more resistant, more resilient. And there's almost like a glint as you're washing yourself of the psychopath in the mirror. That as you're washing, there's a panic, and as you wash down and then look up again, there's a bit where you almost like smile and smirk at yourself, where you can almost swear a set of eyes that are not your own look back at you as you wash yourself again, and it's back to you. It's just there's that little bit that's just like now we're full, we're more powerful.
Zag is gonna try and change the subject. So this war guy, I can take this with me. This was for me.
Yeah. That's Thundertap was just being a dumb a-hole. He thought you didn't want help, so he didn't give it to you. But you look after that. That's one of Papa's
good one,
backups.
I can tell.
Yeah, it's a real good one. It's got some. I mean, it's not as good as ours, obviously. It's not as good as your bagpipes, but it'll get you. You get after that turtle, and you let us know if you need help with that turtle. We're still useful in a fight if we need to be.
We're gonna get into the circus at some point in the next couple of days, I think.
Well, you give us a shout. We like singing. We like making the money here. You know, we're living the luxury. As he looks around, they're clearly not living that much luxury. They're in a tiny little room.
How much did we make last night?
Oh, I don't even know. I didn't even count it. He's like, but you were insisting on pouring all your coins into the gong. That was a bit weird.
Well, like to sleep with my whore.
Yeah. Well, you count it up. You tell us. But it seemed a pretty decent haul from what I can say, and I'm feeling like absolute shit this morning.
Yeah, it's hangover, and Zagger will pretend he has a hangover. Did everybody else, the rest of my group, did they all leave?
Yeah, they were. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really remember that much after.
No, I don't remember.
It got a little bit blurry at the end, but it always does. But I think didn't they say one of them was like staying upstairs or something?
Something like that. Yeah, they were waiting on a message.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna head off to where I'm staying, but I'll let you know about the turtle.
Yeah, you let us know about the turtle. Look after that war gun, man, and just keep just maybe like hold off the booze a bit, man. You get a bit crazy in the evenings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll see you later. Zaga will wander off, but he'll wander via the duck pond and see if he can remember anything.
Nice. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god. Did it on D&D Beyond again? 9.
9. You go to the duck pond. Nothing comes back. You are searching. You are just like, come on. You remember singing. You remember getting loads of gold. You remember drinking loads. You remember filling the gong up with loads of different drinking it. And you remember it getting out of hand. Then you just remember this like insatiable hunger, just being the hungriest you've ever been. And then it's the morning.
He'll stay there for like 15-20 minutes and then head off back to the Red Hoods.
Red Hoods, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So you and these guys, like you were up, they went to bed late, but they got up early because they were a little bit like, what the fuck? You appeared like, and they would have all been starting to get into bed. You've appeared. It's probably, when were they all going to sleep? I mean, Vaughn might well be up, but yeah, the 8 hours for the rest of them going to sleep, you're probably getting up about like 7 or 8 in the morning. So ordinarily you wouldn't have had a full rest, but you felt like you feel fantastic, which is odd because you've done it in like less than what would normally be available. So as you're walking through the streets in the morning heading back, it's still early morning. It's not like 6-7 in the morning, probably 8-9 in the morning, but from when the rest of the guys went back, they'll be around about time as they start rising as you make your way back down to the Redvant's headquarters. And before Zagger arrives, I think that's a good place to stop.
I'm looking forward to where this is going.
I'm
I'm
not.
just trying to say now, while we're still in the stream.
So Saga, you are now resistant to fire damage.
I am.
Yes,
Awesome.
you little dragon.
Do I add that
And
to my sheet?
I will add it to the feat.
I mean, you make it sound as though being resistant to fire damage is some great feat that some of us
It's just
don't have
additional skill.
naturally.
Not everyone has it naturally, or the ability to dance.
More impressive is my new Wargong shield, but I think the item on D&D Beyond needs looking at. 'cause
Which
I'll
one have you
raise it
got?
after this.
Have you got my one? Yeah,
The-
look, there's two of them, but I think they're called the same thing.
Yeah, your one I think is the purple one, which is the one I've added. But
Oh.
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay. Wicked. Well, we had a nice drunken night. We've got the Scale Symphony back. I don't know how you do that voice for that long because my throat is absolutely ruined.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. But yeah, back in Redfern, there's just a few problems. Pirates, elves, some kind of executioner run, a random guy called the Shadow Rider. Someone's getting eaten. That's weird. It's like I got a gong. Good times. Good to be back. That's what I say. Good to be back. We'll see you back next week. Ta-ta. Farewell.
Ta-ta.
Nipples.